It is terrific Friday, fantastic Friday. Welcome to Prosperous Living with Toyia. You can catch all recaps on YouTube. The link is in my bio. And that is Prosperous Living with Toyia. That's the name of the YouTube here. Want to find me on TikTok, Prosperous Living with _T. So remember, the Bible's mind science. It just means it's telling you how to think. That it is provable. I know people are like, well, science is about proving things. That's exactly what it is. You're going to prove to yourself that your words are creative. That's the whole point. That's why it's called mind science, because you're going to test it. You're not going to take anybody's word for it. You're going to stop purchasing hope, purchasing techniques, and just buy attention. And attention doesn't cost anything, right? So it's free. It costs you nothing. It costs you nothing to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself, to get to know yourself, to speak the word, to send your word forth, and knows that your word goes forth and what? Does not return unto you void. What does it do? It accomplishes the very thing you send it out to do. So the question is not how to manifest, it's what are you manifesting? Because you're never not manifesting. You're always causing things to come into your experience based on what? Your word. Your word is tried and true, whether you were aware of it or not. Your word is tried and true. You've been talking and believing and saying and doing this all your life. You just didn't know it. But now you know. The more you know, the more you know. Thought about testing it for yourself. So how do you test it? Change the way you think. You put a word, you put a desire out there. And you talk as though you already have it. You talk as though you're already the person, right? You be convinced or convicted of the thing that you desire. And then this is how you really test it. You don't try to figure out how to make it so. You do nothing to make it so. Because it costs you nothing to be still and just see. Be still and know. That's what you're called to do. You're not called to do anything but call your desire forth. Say what it is that you desire, whatever you see yourself as being. And then you will just start to see yourself, quote unquote, doing. But you must understand that doing is the effect, is never the cause. You think, therefore you are. You think, therefore you are. Now, people can go all day long talking about how you're not your thoughts, but guess what? You get to have them. You have thoughts, so you can say you're not them if you want to, but I know that everything that was made by who? The Word. And the Word was God. So you can try to say you're not your thoughts, but I am everything, and everything is I am. There is nothing that was made that was not made by him, because all things are made by who? The Word. So argue with your mama about not being the Word, not having the Word, not wanting the Word, but guess what? You're aware of it. You have thoughts. I don't care who they are. Nobody's walking around here mindless. Everybody's having a thought. Everyone is thinking something. Everybody. Words just come up. There's no way you can be in this world and not have a thought. You thought to come on this live. You thought to open up, and you thought whatever you're doing, you thought about it first. In the beginning was the word, the intention, the idea. And now you know that you have thoughts, and you also you're the operating power, so you get to choose the thoughts. Not only do you have them, but you get to choose them. You really do get to say, I'm going to think differently. Hey, 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 Durf, I salute the divinity in you. Yes, you can ask your question. Hello, Coco. You can ask your question on my platform. In order to come up to the panel, 10K the easy way. We get 10 likes, 10,000 likes. You get to come up on the panel. But if you just want to place your question in the chat, I'll be gladly respond. And once you get to 10K, then you can come up and join the panel. If you have a question, you can definitely place it in the chat. Most certainly, you too, Durf, have the best absolute day ever. Why not? Why not? Why not say something wonderful is happening for me today? Why not say that? Why not say something wonderfully is happening to me? It's happening to me right now, today, in this moment. All right? Hey, 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 Insight, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Your word is bond. You just have to ask yourself, do you honor your word? Do you honor yourself by letting your yes be yes and let your no be no? Or do you like to go back, back and forth? Do you like to go back and back and forth? I mean, it's your life. You can play that game, right? Thing is, you get to do whatever you want to with your life. There's no wrong or right. There's no good or bad. Only thinking makes it so. Because if you didn't think it, then it couldn't be so. Not for you anyway. Don't concern yourself with what other people are thinking. That's none of your business. What someone else is thinking has nothing to do with you. Let them keep their thoughts. It's all about what are you thinking. So yes, people will suggest things to you. They would definitely suggest that you think this way, that you do this, that you act this way, that you believe this way, right? But you don't have to accept it. And I know a lot of people didn't know we had the power to reject. Yes, you don't have to accept what anyone else is saying. Their thoughts is their business. Your thoughts are yours. So mind your business. Just mind your business. Mind your mind. Mind your mind. What are you mining today? What thoughts are you giving power to? Because life and death are in the power of your tongue. And you eat it every day. Those that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Your thoughts are seeds, and every seed, says the script, produces after its own kind. That's what makes the law perfect. The law is perfect because you reap what you sow. Here's the beauty of the law, though. You can repent. You get to change your mind. You can uproot what you planted. You don't have to accept it. If you recognize that you've had an experience that it was not to your liking, that was undesirable, guess what you get to do? Tell a different story, sow a different seed, reap a different harvest, rearrange it, perceive it differently. Because the same mind that caused the problem is the same mind that will bring about the solution. Now, people would tell you, well, you can't get the same thing with the same mind. It's only one mind. Stop letting people divide consciousness. There's only one mind. It's how you use the mind, right? There's only electricity. There's only energy. It's how you use the energy that counts. is how you use electricity. Electricity is impersonal. It doesn't care who uses it. It doesn't care who knows how to use it. It doesn't care who's aware of its power and those who aren't aware of its power. It just knows that it's power. It has the power to light up the world as well as the power to snuff the light out of a person, right? Because you can be electrocuted with this energy. The body can be anyway. The tip is, Al, just decide. That's the tip. That's the tip for just make a decision. And then remain faithful to the decision. Hey, 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 warrior. Welcome. All is good. Welcome. All is good. Faithfulness. Once you decide, keep deciding. Once you've made a choice, keep choosing. And then determine that, I thought I really wanted that. Now more I think about it, now that I've meditated on it, now that I thought about it a little bit more, and I start thinking, I decided, I don't really want that. I don't really like that. No, not for me. That's the beauty of this life. You get to change your mind at any time. You're not stuck with any decision. It's not like, oh, you chose it, so now you got to sleep with it. No, you don't. You do not have to sleep with it. You can let it go. You can choose to part with it, to part ways, to go your way in peace. Yep. That's really the only tip you need. Right? And you have to know yourself, right? But that's not really a tip. That's a way of life. Getting to know yourself, understanding that how you inspire you. Some people inspire themselves by making picture boards or vision boards, right? Some people inspire themselves by journaling, right? Some people inspire themselves by doing astrology, tarot, getting their palms read, tea leaf. They do all kind of things, right? To inspire themselves. Understand that those things are external to you. So that means they are never the cause. You're the cause, right? Understand that techniques don't make a thing happen. Techniques are just what we like to call permission slips. They just give you the permission to believe in something you've always wanted or that you've always had, right? Because the reason why you're desiring a thing is because it already belongs to you. And so your technique helps you convince yourself of that. That's it. You're giving yourself a permission. So I'm going to permit myself to believe in this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a 369. I'm going to do a 55 by 5. All right. I'm going to read my astrology chart. I'm going to do my birth chart. I'm going to do, I'm going to go hire this coach or go talk to this guru or go talk, whatever labels we're giving people nowadays. One second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm about to mute the live, but the live will still be running, but I am about to mute for a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry for the interruption. And so, understanding that the Bible is all about you. We like the Gospel of John, the first chapter. In the beginning was the Word, The word was with God and the word was God, right? We're going to demystify this God. Stop thinking God is some entity outside of you declaring whether or not you should or shouldn't have a thing. That's not who God is. God is your word. God is the energy. God is the light. God is the love. That's who God is. And that's who you are. You are light. You are love. You are energy, right? You are the word made flesh. That's what the script tells you, right? That the word was in the beginning, then the word becomes flesh. Well, that's what you are. You are a walking epistle. You are the word manifested, brought into form. You give form to the formless. You give name to the nameless, right? You give a face to the faceless. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. So when you know that your word is God, because in the beginning was the word, now you can understand Mark 11:24 when it says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you received it and it will be yours. You see that? Believe you have received it, past tense, right? You have to see yourself as already being it. The script says, to them that have, it shall be given. And that in abundance. So you got to know that you already are whatever you're saying, whatever you're claiming, right? Not that you're waiting to get anything. There's nothing to get, there's only to be. You already possess all things, right? I am the power. You are the power because, again, you are the word made flesh. This is not about some man that lived 2,000 years ago. If you want to say that Jesus existed, the only purpose of his existence was to remind you of who you are. But his existence is no different than Buddha. His existence would be no different than Krishna. His existence would be no different than any of these other miraculous stories about virgin births. Because he's not the only one that was told to be born of a virgin without an assistance from a man, but birthed through the Holy Spirit. All right? That story is talking about your ideas. Your idea is birthed without the help from a man or a woman. It is divine. It is in spirit. It is within you and comes forth from you. Right? That's why you don't need a savior. The savior that you're looking for, you just need to look in a mirror. That's where you're going to find your savior. That's where you're going to find your solution to every problem is found within you. Because you caused the problem, you can solve the problem. And how do you solve the problem? Think different. Just think different. Just decide to choose differently. Just decide you're tired of being tired. You're tired of lack. You're tired of instability. You're tired of being fearful and doubtful. You're tired of walking in shame and guilt. You're tired of being defined by what you do and what you've experienced. Right? Because you're not some of it, you're all of it. And then none of it at the same time. That's the paradox. You're all in nothing all at the same time. Because this is a dream, nothing really exists, right? Only consciousness does, only the awareness having the dream. That's the only thing that really exists. That's why you say you can be all things and no thing at the same time, because in a dream, is anything real, right? When you have dreams, you don't call those things real. You say, oh, but you can have a dream that makes us feel like an out of body experience. It could be like a foretelling or foreshadowing or prophecy, right? Right? Because to the belief, to the extent that you believe that it's possible for it to happen, then what? It shall be a good, bad, or indifferent, ugly, whatever you want to call it. Right? And so knowing that you're the consciousness having the dream, you are the dreamer experiencing what we call this game of life. You get to select. You get to decide. You get to write the script. As Neville Goddard reminded us, you're the producer, which means this is your production studio. This is your stage. The world is your stage. You're the producer. You're the author. The author and finisher of your faith is who? You. I am God. God is the author and finisher of the faith, right? Who's God? I am, which means you are. I am, first person present tense, right? You get to write the script. You get to tell your story. What story are you telling? That's all. You said it. What story am I telling? Am I telling a story that I really want to share? That I really want to be made known? The method is deciding. That's the only method. The method is making a decision. That's your method. Make a decision. Choose. Decide what you want. Remain faithful to it. Don't give up on it. That's the method. Make a choice. The thing is, most people don't know what they want. And that's okay too, right? Because when you know what you don't want, it does bring clarity to what you do want, right? So you could sit with yourself and be like, man, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that. And so then think it's opposite. Where if you're tired of this thing, what will be the opposite of that thing? And then decide if you want the opposite of the thing that you're complaining about or you're tired of. It's so simple. It's so simple. And the more you get to know yourself, the more you start recognizing some of these beliefs that you held were other people's beliefs, right? It was the beliefs of the construct, right? That it was the belief in society, which is the construct, right? Because everything we're doing was things built up in the mind, right? And to understand that you are the being that casted these illusions onto the screen of space, which is your 3D, your world, your reality, right? And so when you understand that, when you can truly understand it, and maybe some people have decided that, when you listen to, especially if you get too much into the weeds of society, right? And you get into the divisions of society, when you start talking about government and academic institutions and socioeconomic differences or variances, right? And you start identifying yourself with those constructs, you recognize that you start to limit yourself and you start to see yourself through the eyes of another. That's where you have to transform and transmute and start saying that I am none of those things. I am nothing. I'm not identified by a landmass, right? I'm not identified by being on the soil of a landmass. That's not who I am. I'm not identified by the color of my skin. That's not who I am. I'm not identified by gender. That's not who I am. I am the being that's having this experience. That's who I am. I am the being experiencing being on a landmass, having a certain color skin, having a certain, being identified by a certain gender, being called by a certain name. That's an experience, but it's not who I am. Hello, Cheryl. Hello. Welcome. I am Precious Rose. Welcome. I Precious Rose, right? That's not who you are. Though that is what you're experiencing, right? And a lot of times we mistake the experience for the identity. You're having an experience. That's all this you're having an experience. You're choosing to experience this life in a certain way based on what your thoughts about it. So guess what you get to do? Choose something different. What are you going to be identified with? Now, is it wrong to identify yourself with a landmass? No. It's only wrong if you think it's wrong. Is it wrong to be identified by a certain color or hue of skin? No, it's only wrong if you think it's wrong. If it's wrong to be identified with by a certain gender, no, it's only wrong if you think it's wrong. Remember, there's no wrongness, right? But when you can strip away the identities, right? When you can strip away all the labels, what are you left with? Existence itself that has no labels, right? You're just left with consciousness. And then consciousness decides, now that I know that I just am, God is, what do I want to do now? Now that I have this information, now that I have clarity of mind, now that I have stripped away the illusion and the shadows, now you get to play with it. Now you get to play with it. And now you're going to say, how am I going to play with it? How am I going to show up in this reality? How am I going to be so unserious in this reality? Be so unserious. When you come into this world and you're a play and you play as a child, it's okay to play. But as soon as you turn a certain age, now you got to be serious. Now they try to take away the toys and tell you, no, 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 you can't play anymore. It's time to be an adult. Adults don't have time to play. Adults all about serious. Now it's all about what you can and cannot do. Now it's about even more limitation. You thought you were limited as a child. Man, you get adult and they start telling you all these rules and regulations and principles and laws, and you just like, God damn it, if I could be a child again. If I could just go back to being a child when I didn't have to worry about all this ish. When I didn't have to worry about doing none of this stuff. Because some of us need to learn how to laugh more. Some of us need to know how to, what is it that makes you laugh, that you enjoy, that childlike innocence, that childlike freedom, that you need to go back to that. You need to get back to that state. Like, let it all hang loose. None of this, I gotta be this way. I gotta show up this way. I gotta dress this way. I gotta talk this way. I gotta look a certain way. No, there is no. It's so restricting. It's so limiting, right? Be you, whatever that is, however you see it, right? Be silly sometimes. It's okay to be silly, to laugh, right? to have fun with life. You don't have to be so serious all the time, how many of you just sit back and just think about things that make you laugh, to watch a funny movie and watch talk to your friends and your family, and you just, lightening up, being silly, being free, because this is what we came here for, to lighten up, to be free. They said, as Bashar would say, of those of you that are familiar with Bashar, the whole point of enlightenment is to lighten the up. Okay, he don't say the fuck, but I'm gonna say the fuck. To lighten the fuck up. He just says to lighten up. But I'm gonna add the fuck up. To lighten the fuck up. Be so unserious with life. Stop worrying about what other people think, because people only think whatever you think. And it doesn't matter what other people. Remember, what someone else thinking is none of your business. It only matters what you think. If you're having fun, then have fun. If you feel free, then be free. If you feel at peace and joy, then be that. And stop caring about how someone else is perceiving you and thinking about you. It's so limiting. Lighten up. And so the question is always asked, what do you want? Who do you say that I am? Right? It's not even about what do you want, it's who do you say that I am? Because whoever you say that you are, that's what show up in your world. That's what shows up in your reality based on who you say that you are. Right? That's why you will hear people say, oh, you don't get what you want, you get who you are. Right? So you can say you want more money all day long, but if you identify with lack, then money, you're going to get experiences that confirm your belief in lack. You're not going to get experiences that confirm your belief in abundance. You're always going to be talking about, man, every time I try to get over one hump, I take one step forward, 3 steps back. One step forward, 2 steps back. You go forward, I take 2 steps back. Hey, we come together because opposites attract. Well, we know opposites on the track, right? That was a fallacy that was a deception when that song talking about opposites attract. No, they don't. Like attracts like. Like attracts like. You can never sow a fig tree and think you're gonna reap some grapes. You can never sow a fig tree and think you're gonna reap some grapes. Grapes not coming from a fig tree. No more is a lemon coming from an apple tree. Every seed produces after its own kind. See, I'm breaking up. Let's see. I may just go live on my phone. Let me see. The audio breaking up. I don't know. Say it's getting worse. You hear me now? Oh, okay. Hey, 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 Glazed. Welcome. Interesting. I took the Wi-Fi connector out. So we'll see. We'll keep it like this as long as it stays good. So I don't know. So we know, what is this, AI? That looks like that's a bot. The bot, the AI talking about manifest desires, comment how. Because you could see the little pictures like a little star. Yeah, I think that's AI. The AI is becoming into the rooms. Double tap the screen, share the live, 10K the easy way. So yeah, let me know if it starts acting up. I may have to go live on my phone. It may be a better experience. We'll see. Because I would think it would tell you if you're experiencing. It always says I have good connection. It always says I have good connection for whatever reason. I know a lot of times we think we have to try to seek answers outside of ourselves. It's not required. You don't have to seek answers outside of you. The answers that you're looking for in order to get what you want is found within you. And I understand that there are a lot of people out here selling people hope and selling people quickness, right? Like, I want it fast, fast. I want it instant. I want it instant. I want an instant manifestation. I want it yesterday. The thing I want it to happen now, 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 now. Well, whenever it happens, it always happens now. So you don't ever have to worry about that. Whenever the thing comes into visibility, it always happens in the now moment. It will never not happen any other moment but now, right? And for whatever reason, people don't like the journey. People don't like the process. People want to be like, they want things that they're not even really sure that they can have. They want it because they see other people. When, and again, there's nothing wrong with getting things because other people have it, right? Because it's all about the experience. But what you cannot forsake is process. There is a process to everything. Nature shows you this. Nature your body shows you this. Your body shows you that you had to mature to the person that you are. There was a maturation process that went with your body. Now maybe your mind is not necessarily fully there, isn't fully matured, but your body definitely went through a process. And so everything has a procedure. There is a process. There is a progression. And it's about remaining faithful to the desire, remaining faithful to it, and knowing that you'll be shown the way. See, a lot of people think that if I don't know how it's going to happen, then why should I want it? No, 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 no. There's a reason why you're desiring it, because it already belongs to you. But now you have to what? Allow it to come. Now you're just going to allow it to show up. Now, once you speak it, right? Once you say, this is what I desire to be married, right? Say marriage is your desire. Or you just, some of you may be younger and marriage is not so much something you're ready to experience, and make it just be, I just want to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or what have you, right? But you have low self-esteem, you lack self-confidence, you really don't know if you're worthy enough to experience it. That's what you have to let go of. Thinking that everybody else can have an amazing experience but you. To thinking that, I don't know why it's so hard for me to find a good man or a good woman. Because you're saying that. That's why it's hard. Because you're saying that it's hard. See, your word is God. You gotta get this. that your word is God. So the moment you start saying something is hard, something is difficult, you don't know why this is happening, it's because of you. That's why it's happening. The reason why it's happening is because you're saying that it's happening. So it's going to confirm to you, yes, this is what's happening. The moment you decide that there are good men and good women everywhere, and that lid that fits my pot has to show up, because there is a lid for every pot. It is. It is. The only reason why you can't find your lid because you keep saying that the lid is a needle in a haystack. Man, finding a good woman, that's like a needle in a haystack, which means you're saying it's so impossible. It's so impossible for me to find who matches my fly, who matches my swag, who can really understand me, who really wants to be with me and get to know me and you know and have be and confide in me, and we have a really good amazing time. Like, that's so rare. Really? And then you think you're going to find it. No. No, it's not rare. It's not rare. It happens every day, all day. Every day somebody is getting married to their special person. Every day someone is enjoying an amazing relationship, going on amazing vacations, going on amazing dinner dates, watching movies together, spending time together, just having a life full of joy. That actually happens every day. Every single, and you got to tell yourself that not only does it happen, but it's happening to me. Tell yourself it's happening to me. That you deserve to have this. That you're choosing this reality. Whatever it is. Whatever you're choosing, decide that you're worthy of it. You're deserving of it. And not for any other reason other than because you say so. Because of who you are, that's enough. Because of who you say that I am, that's enough. It's not because you worked hard. It's not because you knew the right person. It's not because you have the right amount of money or the right education, or you come from the right family or the right lineage, or none of that. No. It's because you say so. That is enough. It's whatever you say, so shall it be. It will be whatever you say it is. Whatever you say it is. Whatever you say, whatever you command your reality. Speak it into existence. Trust the process. Trust that what you're asking for already exists. Understanding that you don't have to go through any tests. You don't have to go through any trials. You don't have to go through any tribulations. No more of that. You did that when you didn't understand the law. Your test, right? When the Bible talks about the test, trials, and tribulations, it's talking about from the mind that doesn't know who it is, right? Because the way of the transgressor is hard. When you understand the laws of mind, now it's supposed to be about light and easy. It's about now that life is a joy, life is pleasant, life is amazing, life is happy, right? And then talk to yourself, ask yourself, what does it mean for you to be happy, right? Does it mean that being happy means all of these external things, right? Because if that's what it means, know that when you don't have those things, you're not going to be happy. So it's okay if you put your happiness in the money. You put your happiness in another person. If you put your happiness in your car, in your home, the moment you don't have those things, you're going to find it very hard. Or if you were ever to experience not having those things, you will find it very difficult to find joy, right? Because that's where you put your trust in. But the trust has to. What we're remembering is that those things are just cherries on top. The beautiful home, the nice car if that's your desire, traveling, the partner in your life, the business, the winning the lottery, whatever those things are, those are just cherries on top. That you are the sundae. You are the banana split. And everything else is just adding to it. But because it adds to it, that it doesn't mean that it can take away from it. That it can never be taken away because it's innate within you. And when you can get that peace, that love, that joy within you, then those things that are going to add to it flows effortlessly to you. They flow effortlessly to you. You won't even have to search anymore. They will just come into your experience easily, effortlessly. Your mind has been so primed to see abundance, to see joy, to see peace, to see love, that you will be living in your own little heaven. I'm in heaven. I'm in heaven. You will be experiencing your own little heaven because you have transformed your thinking. You have renewed that mind. That's all you can see. You're going to be like the three monkeys. I hear no evil. I see no evil. I speak no evil. Because you have done the work, which is mental. You have renewed the mind. You sat with yourself. You've talked to yourself. You had that conversation. You commune with thy own self upon thy bed and you got still. And you stopped trying to figure out how to do and you learned how to be. Be still and know. Know what? Know thyself. What am I knowing? Yourself? When it says be still and know that I am God, who's God? I am. So what are you doing to be still to know who you are? Who am I? God, which means what? I am good. I am the commander in chief of this reality. I am El Presidente. I am El Presidente. I am the king. I am. I am the authority. I am. So get to know who you are. Ask yourself those tough questions that you may have been avoiding because you didn't want to face it, because it was too tough. The answer that you knew would come up was too, was too condemning. But we understand that there is therefore now no guilt or shame, regret or remorse in the Christ mind. And that's who you are. You are the power and wisdom of all there is. So you don't need to feel guilt or shame, but you do need to confront whatever you think is holding you back, whatever fears, whatever doubts, whatever, disbelief, unbelief. Confront it. And tell yourself, yes, I was scared of this. I was scared of that. I was afraid of this. I was afraid of being seen. I was afraid of being looked at as weird. I was afraid of being different than my family. I was afraid of these. I was afraid of the money because I thought if I got the money, then I wouldn't be able to keep the money. I was afraid if I got the relationship, I wouldn't be able to keep the relationship because I didn't think I was worthy of the relationship. Like, I was scared. I was petrified. I was intimidated. Own that. And then what? Change it. Own it, then change it. Confess your sins. Confess your sins, said the script. Confess your sins one to another. How you've missed the mark. It's okay. Because how does fear dissipate? By confronting it, by recognizing it has no power except that you were giving it power. So the moment you're able to testify to the misgivings of life, that's when these things become nothing. It becomes nothing. When you can look yourself in the mirror, which is what? Going within, talking to yourself, having that conversation. Like, yeah, what am I really afraid of? What am I really fearful of? Do I really see myself being this person and having this thing? And what societal impressions were placed upon me that I was really scared to like really confront and really face? Because I was really so concerned about how other people saw me. I really did really care about how other people viewed me because I didn't want to be viewed as different and weird. I wanted to be part of the crowd. I wanted to have as many friends as everybody else. I want these things. I want to be seen. I want to be known. I want to be right. But what if people don't like it? What if people reject it? What if people don't see me? What if? But then the flip side, what if they love you? What if they can relate to you? What if what you're sharing they can identify with? What if what you're doing uplifts, encourages, inspires? Right? We're so quick to think about the unwanted. Well, how about thinking about the wanted? What if you decide to be free in your being, to be who you are unapologetically? And what if the world confirms what you knew all along? That you are amazing, that you are wonderful, that you have dynamic talents and gifts that the world has been begging to see from you. But for so long, you kept it hid because you were afraid that someone else wouldn't accept it. But the only reason why they wouldn't accept it because you wouldn't. The moment you accept it, the world does. Because the world, what, is your mirror? The world is your mirror. It's your magnified mirror. It's always reflecting you to you. I view sin is just as missing the mark. That's all. Sin is just missing the mark. That's all. You didn't realize your desire. You didn't realize your desire. So how do we eradicate sin? With faith. Sin is eradicated through faith, right? Because without faith, it is impossible to get anything, to have anything come into your experience. And we understand that faith is not believing in someone else. Faith is about believing in you. Faith is about believing in the desire, right? Now, faith is the substance of things hoped for. So what are the things hoped for? Your desires. So now faith is the substance of desires hoped for, right? Those are the things. Now faith is the substance of things, the desired hope for, and what the evidence of not being able to see. You see, you don't need faith for things that you can see. You need faith for things you cannot see. That's where people get tripped up with faith, because they really think you're supposed to have faith in the things that's already evident. No, you already have proof of that. You don't need faith for that. You don't need faith for a car that's sitting in the garage. You need faith for seeing the car in the garage when there's no car in the garage. But you have to be able to see past the physical. You have to be able to create it in your mind, so then you can hold it in your hand. When you see it within, then it becomes something you experience without. It becomes something that you experience on the outside. They double tap the screen, 10K the easy way. You get to come up and have your say. But not have your say. You can come up and, not have your say. Because I've shifted that reality. We only talk manifesting over here. All right? We only talk manifesting over here. This live is not a debate live. You can believe whatever you want to. That's the free will we have in this universe, in this one verse, in this one song, is that we're free to believe whatever we want. Whatever beliefs you have, you get to keep them. No one's trying to take your beliefs from you. You're going to keep believing the thing until you don't. Until you figure out what you're believing isn't working for you, then that's when you decide to change it, right? And some of us are afraid to change our beliefs because we have been programmed that being different is wrong, right? Because the moment you start asking questions, the moment you start thinking differently than everyone else around you, then what do they say? We can no longer, I can no longer have you in my company. I can no longer commune with you. I can no longer break bread with you because you just don't think like me. And since you don't think like me, how can we ever have a conversation? How can we ever get along? But really, you just want people that are clones of you? Really? It's okay to have variety and have people in your world that don't think exactly like you. That's the whole purpose of this, is the uniqueness, the diversity of mind. But the world doesn't want diversity of mind. The world wants conformity of mind. The world says, no, in order for you to be a part of my group, you gotta think exactly like I do. you know? And people get mad if you don't think like them. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, Noye. Whatever you say, if that's what you think about faith, that's how it should be for you. You can prove your faith. Faith is provable. And you prove your faith every day. Because a lot of people don't realize they be believing in stuff they can't see all the time. Take God. Just take God as an example. People have faith in God and they never have no Bible proof that this being exists. Especially not the concept that they have been sold in religion. Hey, Grand Rising. Hello, Mr. Ronnie. But I'm going to tell you, God is measurable. Science measures God every day because God is energy. God is consciousness. But if you believe that God is some, mystical being or mystical being up in the sky that you have never seen, nor touched, nor felt, nor heard, that, because all these feelings that you be feeling about God, you're really experiencing you. Everything that you're saying is God, right? I felt God. I feel it in my heart. I feel him in my soul. I just feel him in my soul. I feel him all over. That's you. You feeling you. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling you. I heard God. You're hearing you. That's what you're doing. You're hearing, you're feeling you. But you were told it wasn't you. You were told it was something outside of you. And the whole time, no, it's you. It's you. Right. It's always been you. And it will always be you. Because your word is the energy that goes forth. Because all is energy. Everything is energy. There's nothing that's not energy. Everything is energy. Your word, your thoughts, your body, your book bag, the chair that you're sitting on, the plants, the sun, the moon, the air. It's all energy. It's all God. It's all good. But then you'll hear people try to tell you that the sun is bad for you. The very thing that powers the third dimensional space, the very thing that causes life, the giver of life, the world will try to convince you, but it ain't such a good thing. You can love the sun, just don't love the sun too much. Don't be in the sun too much. Love it, but only love it a little. Don't love it so much. Be careful. We're always told to like draw back, not have too much, not do too much, not be too much. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, right? Too much and too little. They want you to play monkey in the middle, right? The Goldilocks and the Three Bears try to convince you that playing the middle is where it is. But actually, playing the middle is not where you don't want to be average. The middle is average. You want to be exceptional. Exceptional. Oh, exceptional. Because all the things that you're desiring is an exception. You're not trying to be like everybody else. You want to be different. Hey, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. Right? You're not trying to be amongst the crowd. You want to be a star that shines so bright. Hey, Tam V. Say, don't be too. Oh, okay. That's one of those mythology stories, warrior. I got to get into my mythology bag. I haven't really read too many stories on mythology. It's like the life just always is trying to warn you of something, right? Be careful, be careful, be careful. But then you had the script tell you, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, because we're so fearful of what? Being consumed. We are so fearful of what we call death that we limit our expressions in life because we're so fearful of not truly expressing who we are. We're so fearful if we express who we are, it may mean some fatality, right? That fatalism is what going to happen. If you push yourself to the limit, if you go too close to the cliff, right? The fear of falling, man, that is so, again, limiting. It is so limiting, right? It's just like, don't go too far, don't have too much money, don't be too much. It's always, like, and those who were able to go beyond the limitations of the crowd are those who excelled and have allowed society to be transformed, right? Have taken society to greater heights because they didn't let what people saw as a limitation deter them. They didn't let, like, oh no, it's okay to have $10 million, but $1 billion? Do you know how much $1 billion is? You couldn't spend $1 billion in 1,000 lifetimes. Why would anybody want to ever be a billionaire? And then at the same time, they telling you, well, money isn't real and it's just numbers on the screen. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. It's like, really? Like, so which one is it? It's wrong to be a billionaire, or billions don't really exist because it's just numbers on the screen. It's just, this belief system that we hold, right? That money is all based on belief, right? It's because we put our faith in it, our trust in it is what gives it its value. That's how you get that's where money's value come from, your faith and trust in it. And so then you have to say, well, if faith gets its value from me, right? Then that means you determine the value of money. You determine it. And you determine how much money can come into your experience based on how you see your worth, right? How do you value yourself? Because remember, money is just a symbol. It's not the value itself. You're the value. The worthiness comes from you. That's what right? But the world will have you thinking that unless you have X amount of dollars, you're not valuable. That the only way I can see you, the only way I believe that you have any kind of power, the only way I see you as being worth anything in this reality is that you have to have X amount of dollars attached to your name. And again, that's only wrong if you think it's wrong. But we know that we're more than just, a bank account, right? Or in a portfolio, an investment portfolio, right? But is it cool to play in that sandbox and see how much of the symbol you can accumulate if you allow yourself to have fun with it? See, some people have, understood how to compartmentalize or detach from the symbol. Well, the symbol is just a tool, and they understand it's just a tool, and that's all it is. and they're going to utilize the tool to the best of their ability, right? And so that's the mindset you have to have for those of you who are deciding that, you know, you want to experience more of the symbol. Mm-hmm. So now you ask yourself, well, how do I see money? Right? How do I see money? What does money mean to me? What does money mean to me? You know? And I would say if you desire to have a lot of it, don't talk against it. If you desire to bring a lot of money into your experience, see it as a great thing. See it as a good thing. You know, because you don't want to be halt between two opinions. You can't say that it's wrong to have, but then you want as much as of it as you desire. You can't see that all these we shouldn't have billionaires while you sitting up here talking about so you want to leave a legacy for your children, right? You want to leave generational wealth, or you want generations behind you to, you know, reap the benefits of your transformed thinking, your transformed mind, and you want those that come after you to, you know, benefit from your understanding, from your knowing. Well, okay, then don't see wrongness in money. See that it's an amazing construct, and that's what it is. It's a construct, and that is not good or bad. It's not wrong or right. It's not evil. It has no. It's neutral, right? It's neutrality, and live from that place. And you're not trying to figure out how to get the money. You're recognizing that you are the money. And it's about being money, right? That be the money. Not try to get the money, but know that you are the money. I am the currency. I am the energy, right? Because people say, oh, money's just energy. Well, yes, because money is you. Because what? Your energy, right? And I get it again, trying to separate, trying to divide, trying to say, well, money is energy, but what are you? You're energy too. So what does that mean? That means that you are money then, right? If energy is money and you're energy, then that means the two shall be made one. You are money. As Reverend Ike says, I am money. Hey, Keith, welcome, welcome, right? I am money. I am the currency. I am the value system. I am abundance. And knowing that you're money, knowing that you're the currency means what? You never lack anything. It will be impossible for you to be without. The only reason you will experience lack is because of your belief in it. But once you can let go that this world lacks anything, you could just look at it. You could tell that the world doesn't lack anything. It may be distributed unevenly in your mind, right? Where you see, oh my goodness, these people seem to have so much and these people seem to have so little. How do we take from those who have a lot and give it to those that have little? You don't have to take from another for you to get it. It's not about how to take it from this side, from this person to give it to that person. It's for that person to see that they are the person that has it. Absolutely. You're not supposed to be trying to play Robin Hood, right? You're going to take from the rich and give to the poor. And here's the thing, that's why this system is all haywired, because that's exactly what happened. That's how we got the taxes that we have in this society, or any society, is that people were trying to figure out how to take from the rich and give to the poor. But you know what the rich did? The rich just created laws to keep them rich and to keep the poor poor. Because to them that have not, even that which they think they have shall be taken away. So when you see yourself as poor, you don't get to be rich. That's not, when you see yourself as poor, you do not get to be rich. So you taking from the rich, guess what's going to happen? The rich is going to find the money right back with them. and you're going to find yourself without it. Hey, Latoxic. This is the law of mind. It's as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. It's how you think about you, so are you. So you keep seeing yourself poor and everybody else rich. Well, guess what? Everybody will be rich and you'll remain poor. You'll be eking out a living, keeping your head above water, calling it good times. Scratching and surviving good times. You be, ain't we lucky we got them? Lucky. What's luck? About struggling and eking out a living. Man, the mind games, right? The mind games that some of these programs, right? They call it a television program. Man, if that wasn't programming folks into thinking that it was something good about that life, well, at least we got each other, y'all. To make you be okay with settling for less. Because at least we got each other. Hey, Cece. Right, Mia. Hey, Mia. Hey. Hello, Lauren. Hey, Anna. Hey. Whatever you say about you, that's what you'll experience. As you think, so what are you thinking? As you think in your heart, so are you. So who are you? Who are you? Who? Who are you? Who? Who do you say that I am? Who do you say that I am? Like Popeye the Sailor Man. I am that I am, and that's all that I am. Who are you? Yep. So whatever you say, you shall have whatever you say. Okay, we're at 10K. Hello, we'll bring up Latoxic and we'll bring up Anna. Hello, girly. How are you? Happy Friday. Hello, Latoxic.
Hey. Sorry, struggling with the mute button.
I figured.
How have you been?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I'll be
Good.
Cancun. I'm just imagining myself, my feet in the sand.
Yeah,
Sunday. Yes, yes, all inclusive, looking for that.
love it.
Whew, yes. How are you? I know you had to find a mute go.
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Oh, we see that the Cowboys and the Colts didn't have such a wonderful. Hey, we eked it out, boy.
Listen,
We won that shootout. I'm like, man, these bad
listen.
news Bears, they better not lose this game.
Oh,
14 points, and we let them score 15 points in less than a minute. Like,
crazy.
crazy. That was an exciting
Insane.
game, dude. I'm like, at first I was like, they gonna lose, and I was like, man. Then when they got the ball, 58 seconds, oh no, we winning. And then he
Yeah.
threw that ball. I'm like, oh, we got 58 seconds. This defense is crap. Oh no, we winning. We coming back because they ain't been able to
Yes.
stop us all game. We winning this.
Yeah, like listen, I wish we had a better game. I wish we had a game like that because it was a rough
Man,
look. It was rough.
man, they were like DJ was turning into pumpkin mode. He was turning.
Something
They
I don't know what happened.
Cinderella.
I think it's the Steelers fans. They're very loud. It's a hard place to play.
Uh-huh.
That team, we're kind of rivals in some way. Somehow, I don't know how, but we're kind of rivals. So I don't know. I think they just turned it up a notch because I'm like, how did we lose to them this year? What the hell happened? But now we got sauce.
Oh, y'all got sauce.
So we're turning up the heat. It's about to be game over.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay. We're here for it. Hello, Anna. Welcome back.
Hey guys, I just got back from Mexico. I wanted to tell you about my trip.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it was so wonderful. It was truly amazing. I told you that I was going to start solo traveling for a bit. I
Yes.
usually travel with my sister, but I said the next few trips I'm going to be traveling solo just to see how it goes. And what I noticed, what you were talking about earlier, is how I think people are so conditioned to be in fear. And I got a lot of that from my family, and from a few friends, like, oh, you be careful, you be careful. I'm going to a resort. You know what I mean? It's like there's like 54 hotels on Cabo San Lucas. Literally 54, I counted them.
Oh, wow.
On the piece of paper that, and it's everything from Westin to Hyatt to the Marriott. So they're going to protect their interests. There's not going to be like some gang violence going on where there's lots of money flowing.
Right, right.
It's just not going to happen. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's just not.
So it's not going to happen. Don't worry your pretty little heads about it.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so that was kind of to like actually experience that. Like, you be careful, you be careful. It's so dangerous. Even my brother called me while I was in Mexico and was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And it's like, yeah, they're not paying me any mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he has like all these weird ideas of like, because he has daughters, like somebody's going to kidnap him and sex trafficking. It's like I'm a 53-year-old old woman. They ain't thinking about me. All they're thinking about is how can they get a tip from me. You know what I'm saying? That's all they're thinking about. Like, do you need another?
Do he
Suzette?
travel? Or he don't want his kids traveling by themselves? What?
He travels with his wife. They travel together. So it's kind of unheard of for just a single woman to be solo traveling. That's just not there, because like you were talking about earlier, everybody kind of like plays by the rules. Like you marry, you travel together, you do this, you do that. So it's kind of like, oh, you're doing this by yourself. Like, why? Why would you do that? You know what I mean? And I found it nice. I found it surreal. Maybe it was because I didn't have to accommodate anybody, and I was able to like focus on what I was seeing. And like even the beach, it looked surreal. It looked like it was in a movie. It didn't look real. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't look real. The sand sparkled, the water sparkled, yeah, it was something else. And I had absolutely no problems, any issues. The service was fabulous. I mean, just fabulous, because, like I said, they're not thinking about, they're thinking about how they can get a tip. They're thinking about how you're gonna, you know what I mean? So they're gonna provide you with the best service possible. So, yeah, I just wanted to tell you that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so glad you have a great time.
Yeah, and then I already booked my next trip by myself. I'll be going to Vegas in January for a couple of days. I'm going to do a spa at the Venetian. So I'm just like getting into this, this selfishness maybe, and that's okay. I'm okay with it.
That is so good. Good,
Yeah.
good. I'm beautiful. I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad you had an amazing time.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, that's beautiful. And I don't know if I would ever do it, but I'll live vicariously through you.
Right. I mean, and it's not for everybody because you do get like I did get the looks and kind of like the stares, like you're here by yourself. Well, why? And it's like, well, because I can. I can do,
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. I could move about by myself. I don't need, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of different because people just like, what? You're by yourself? And I had 2 days where I rented a cabana just for myself. And then so,
Nice.
the people that would rent a cabana next to me, they'd have all their kids and all their shit, and they're like looking at me like, what the fuck?
Don't hate, appreciate.
Yeah,
Don't
like
hate,
what?
appreciate.
Like, how dare she? You know what I'm saying? Like, not have to, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, you get the looks and you get the stares. And then the other thing too, that was kind of different was eating by myself. But it didn't kill me. You know what I mean? I was able to enjoy the food, think about what I
Make any
like.
friends?
Yeah, I met this young guy. He was kind of a trip, but I met him at the Mexican airport coming back because our flight didn't take off for like about 3 hours. So I sat there and chatted with this young kid. He was like, I would say about 28, and just so nice and such a neat person. And he told me, he was like, you know what, ma'am, you were like the best part of my trip.
Aww.
He was like, your vibes are immaculate. So that was nice. That was, you know what I mean? But I just really wanted to kind of focus on myself and accommodate myself and treat myself and be good to myself. And that was the whole purpose of it. And the goals were met. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Love that. Love that for you. Hello, Mia. How are you?
Hey, Toya. Hey, beautiful.
Hello, beautiful. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome.
Anna. Is it Anna or Anna? It's Anna. I don't know why I'm tripping.
Hey, Mia.
Hey, girl. I love your story about your solo trip because I feel like I want to do that too. I was saying in the comments that I think I want to start with like a staycation, go out of town, maybe go to a nice hotel.
Yes, that's how I started.
Yeah.
I started going to I go to the casino.
Ooh. Well, I
So I
stay
go
in
to
Texas, so I can
casino.
just go to Lake Charles. That's the
Yeah,
hotel I have.
I go to the casino and I stay overnight. And
Yeah.
they have a spa there and that way you have some type of form of entertainment.
Yeah.
But this was the first solo trip for 5 days where I didn't have a slot machine in front of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to actually
Engage with people and do social things.
engage with people, engage with myself.
Yeah.
I did a lot of reading. I did just a lot of thinking.
I love that.
A lot, and I think that was the best part was I was able to kind of think, go inward, and kind of think about stuff, and not have somebody in my ear.
I think, yeah.
Think clearly.
No, you really don't realize that. And I'm thinking maybe I kind of want to do that for my birthday. Even if I do something with other people, I still kind of want to do something by myself. Like maybe stay at like a luxury hotel for a weekend and do spa stuff and just kind of be to myself. And, because I really am learning to like my time with myself. And I've never taken a solo trip, even though this year I'm so proud of myself because I'm going out more by myself. Like I used to, for one, like years ago, I never went out, period. And then since I've been divorced, I've been way more social and I got my light back, my little girl light back. So I'm super social. And now I can just go out with strangers. Like I can meet people and just go out and just hang out. I don't need safety blanket. Like my sister was my safety blanket for years. And then I'll have like, you have that friend, like if that friend don't go, I ain't going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now I can just go places and just meet new people. And I don't have that social anxiety of being around someone I've never been around, and my first baby taste. And I always say I'm a baby adult, but then I'll be like, you know what? I ain't no baby adult. It's the eternal now. I'm the same year I was when I was 5, so technically I am a baby adult. Anyway, this past when I went to on a Christmas cruise this last Christmas, and I went without my family. I went with friends, but I kind of traveled for the most part by myself. But then this past summer, I went to South Carolina and I did the whole airport part by myself. And let me tell you something. Going to the airport by yourself is so relaxing. And I live in Houston, so Bush Intercontinental Airport is one of the biggest airports in the country. That and the Atlanta airport, we some big airports. And I hate the airport process. It's like between going to the airport or getting on a cruise, those processes are just annoying and taxing and just, ugh. But just get in my car, packing up my stuff at home. When you're married, you got to worry about if your husband got his stuff, if the kids got their stuff. I was just at home. I packed all my stuff. I got in the car. I drove to the airport. I went my park and ride. I got to the airport. I went through and it was just me. And there was no hustle and bustle. I didn't have to worry about anyone else. So they got your stuff. And I was just so peaceful. And I was like, I really like just worrying about me.
Yeah, and the other thing, not to cut you off, Mia,
Sure.
like what I think her name is Noi. What she's saying is correct in the comments. She says yes, and people always feel like they have to talk. We can just sit in silence, laugh out loud.
Yeah.
That is so true, because that's what I felt about this trip. Like I don't have to like engage or talk. I could be in my own thoughts, and that was kind of different for me, to just be in my own thoughts, like just sit there and just be looking and be in my own thoughts, minding my business.
Yes.
That's beautiful. Thinking, like, oh, okay, that's what that is, or or okay, whatever. And I think that's hard for a lot of people. And I'm learning to do that, to just be comfortable in my own thoughts, my own mind.
Yeah, and I think we're too comfortable being distracted.
Yeah, distracted, and having to be entertained all the time. Having to, I mean, as far as me, it was always me having to accommodate
Other people.
My husband, my son. And I noticed that on this trip, that's like, I'm not slamming people for what it, but maybe that's what the system is. I don't know. But I seen a lot of that, like where the women that had the kids, they were the ones that were playing with the kids in the sand. They were the ones that were walking with the kids.
They don't enjoy the trip. Let's keep it real, Anna.
Yeah. And it was like, oh, hell no.
I have a friend.
And that's what I was doing. That's what I did. So I never experienced.
Don't feel bad. I get it. I don't have no kids, and I don't envy people with kids. When I see trips, I be like, ooh, their trip sucks. I be on a cruise and I be seeing people with a cruise with a baby hollering, 2-year-old.
And it's the
mom. A little kid can be at Disney, got in for free, everything for free, right? And they'll have a tantrum, right? Because kids can ruin the fun.
Yes.
My kids can ruin the fun.
No, but a kid will find a reason like, oh, I don't want to go there. I want to go this way. You want to go right and they want to go left, and the kid will have a tantrum because of that. You know what I'm saying? And So, and I had a friend that was a single mom, but she had a good situation with her son and his father. So he would have him a week and she would have him a week. And her son was like 2, right? And we were gonna go on a cruise or trip. We were gonna go to like the state fair. And I said, "You wanna bring your son? He can come with." She's like, "No, because then I ain't gonna have fun." She said, "Let's go this week because I don't have him this week." And she's very honest. She was like, "When I have my child, it's not me, it's his time."
Right, right.
And I don't get to enjoy the event. So if I'm going to something that I want to do, like really for me, then he can go, because if it's his thing, I'm mommy,
Yeah.
and I think we live in a world that makes people believe that you're supposed to put people you love in front of you, even your children. And that's not true. And people will look at you crazy in the face when you say your children don't come before you. Nobody comes before you.
Or we just live in a system, like what I notice is like they think it's like wild to see a woman solo traveling. Like they can't wrap their head around it. Like, what? You just came by yourself? You decided to just come by yourself? I got
Because they
more
grew up
like
watching Lifetime movies.
Yeah, they're like, for what? Or like, why did you come? Is it your birthday? Is it your? No, because I can come, I can do it.
Because you're gonna get abducted.
Yeah, and it's like, they ain't thinking about no old 53-year-old woman.
Because Tyler Perry and every Lifetime movie we used to watch on Sunday night, and everything on the news tells you you're in danger.
You're in danger. You're in danger.
Right,
It's
fear.
dangerous.
And I put it in the
fear.
comments. And I teach college, and I teach about psychology. And psychology was the key. And that's why I love that Ms. Toyia talks about it being mind science and it's psychological, because it is. Because psychology is what really cracked the code of them knowing how to control us. Because the placebo effect is nothing but belief, and how the belief is what shapes our perception. And once you control what people believe, you can control everybody.
Yep.
And that's all the placebo effect is. Your beliefs shape your reality. That's literally what the placebo effect is. And all you have to do is indoctrinate people and influence their beliefs. So when they came up with TV, before TV, people talked to each other and they communicated, and they had systems where you couldn't control them and influence them. So you needed television, and you needed ways to influence people. And we got to influence what they believe, because then we can control what they believe. Let's do school. Let's tell them about who they are. We don't want them to go figure it out. Let's tell them what the Bible means in our way.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing that way before TV.
No, I'm saying like, right, but I'm
because
saying
the Bible was around and they weren't even
TV.
allowed to read it. They had the Bible, and they had it in Latin and was telling them what it meant.
Exactly, not television, that part. But I'm just saying, as far as the Bible, just telling people what things mean and shaping people's beliefs, kind of in a
keeping you from experiencing from yourself, because that's where knowing comes from, personal experience, right? And people want to get into this argument between belief and no. It's not about belief. I don't know what world you live in, but this world is based on belief.
It literally
you can talk about knowing all you want to, because you're only gonna know a thing through experience. And I know a lot of people know a whole lot of stuff that I say you get to keep that, and I don't want to know it. You know too much. Oh, I know that demons are real. Okay, well, you get to know that all by yourself. Because what I know is that they're not real, but you know that they are real. So guess what? Who experience do I want to have? Knowing the demon or not knowing the demon? And I'm going to take not knowing the demon for 2,000. Thank you.
And only one of us is afraid of something. And guess what? You afraid of something, and I'm not afraid of something. Right. And the only difference is between us is belief.
That part.
And they use it to control the money, the flow of money.
Yeah, you believe that money means something. Because you walked around with a wad of money in your pocket for years and years, and now in 2025, you can't even find $1.
Well, they use it to, I think, like they, and then also like what I notice is like they tell like Americans, like, don't go to Mexico because it's very dangerous. It's very, 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 very dangerous. You know what I mean? It's like, well, where are you hanging out at? I mean,
right?
Like I'm not hanging out like in
I'm not a lord. I'm not going to the slums.
Yeah,
I'm going to
like, hey,
Cancun.
that's like going somewhere to like if you were in San Francisco and you got a hotel in the Tenderloin district. Well, why would you do that? You know, like, why would I get a hotel in the Tenderloin district or
That's those data
somewhere?
points, though. You tell someone, hey, girl, I'm going to Cancun next week. Girl, you better be careful. Girl, good times. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you know, and so it keeps you from not exploring.
Everything's a good times episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm telling you, I swear, I feel like I live in like negativity island sometimes. You be like, it's a beautiful day. Well, you can't say that. You ever seen House Party 3? It's a scene with Bernie Mac. It's a scene on House Party 3 with Bernie Mac, right?
Mhm.
And he's talking about negative people. And he was like, oh, I can't stand negative people. You be like, it's a beautiful day outside. He was like, oh, you can't say that. It might rain. Huh, you can't say that. And like every time you say something nice, somebody has something negative to counter it. And it's like, that's how I feel sometimes talking to people, because it's like, the sky's blue. Huh, it looked like it's purple to me today. Huh. Like, I just got a new job. I heard they're going to lay people off next month.
Like, just cannot let it be good.
Jesus.
Just cannot let it be good. Like, oh my goodness, such amazing. How do you like it? Oh my goodness. Do they, upward mobility, you feel yourself like, being there for a long time. Like, ask questions about the night. I just don't understand. Like, yeah.
Like, people
Yeah.
low-key be manifesting their worst fears.
Yes. And try
And I have a
try to put
story.
them on you. Try to manifest their worst fears on you. No, boo-boo. I don't know about no inflation. That don't
Look,
exist in my world.
what's inflation?
That part.
I find it so funny when I just be watching TV and I watch stuff and how people are so affected by like politics, and I just be wanting to ask like, do this really affect your overall? And I told my students in class, I was like, y'all, I don't be knowing what's going on. I said, if the world exploded tomorrow, oh well, what do I benefit from knowing about it?
And it's like they be so concerned about somebody else's reality, right? So it's like the food stamps, right? The EBT,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, they'll, but is it personally happening to you?
Right.
Are you personally experiencing not having the SNAP in the EBT? Because you're so upset about the reality they created. Look, they put their trust in the government. Oh, you didn't vote. Oh my goodness, a vote, not voting is a vote.
I have a question that's a trump card for all those fake outraged people about food stamps. Are those people who are so outraged about the food stamps being cut off, are they outraged when they drive past homeless people? Thank you. Selective
That's
fake
what I'm
outrage.
saying.
That
It's
is my
just
trump
like-
card, because you cannot be outraged by somebody who is getting cut off, who can literally, I'm just saying.
And then it's like they getting mad for people who don't vote in the system.
And you drive past homeless people every day.
Right. And it's like they get mad for people who don't vote in the system. But I'm like, but it's so comical. When you step back and you look at it, right? It's like when you have the gerrymandering, right? And I'm gonna put less people in this community so I can give it the appearance that I want you to vote, but I'm gonna make it hard for you to vote because I want you to think that this really counts. Because we don't know if the vote really counts. Because at the end of the day, does a popular vote count? No.
It's an illusion. It's an illusion.
What counts? The electoral vote counts.
When I learned about the electoral college,
this popular vote. Oh, we can win the popular vote. So that the system is showing you the popular vote means absolutely nothing.
It's an illusion.
Right? Because you have the electoral. Because how you got two systems of votes? How you got the popular vote and the electoral vote?
And people
the electoral vote is what puts
the
person in the White House, not the popular vote.
And every other system of voting, ain't it objectively black or white? Except the biggest one. And we sit up here and we vote for this guy or that guy and their backup people, right? But then all the major little things that happen to us, they don't never ask us. We don't even get to vote on the meat. We get meat recalled after we done ate it.
That part.
Right? We didn't even get to vote on vaccines. We don't get to vote on anything that's of importance. They just give it to you. We don't even know what's in McDonald's.
Can I ask you a question, Toyia?
Sure.
Okay, so this guy is on my For You page, and his content is like yours. He's really interesting, but he said that you create or you create whatever, like if you're poor, you created that part. And then he said, I'm going to stand, if you're poor or you're whatever, poor or things are happening, it's like kind of like your creation. You chose that in the spiritual realm, is how he said it. You chose that part in the spiritual realm for whatever reason. And then he said, and also he was going to stand 10 toes down and also say that if you are the one that is applying pressure or oppressing, you chose that in the spiritual realm too. Okay. You chose that to be that person to apply the pressure and this, that, and the other. You chose that. My question is, why do you think we choose those? Do we choose to experience the pain so we can maybe alchemize or transcend, or why do we choose those roles that we're choosing?
I put it like this: it's just like someone that makes a movie, right? Somebody plays the character of being the villain.
Yes.
Why are they choosing that? For what reason? Why did they go out and apply and audition for that part and then get the part?
Maybe because they liked the power or something, or maybe because they liked the power or something, or maybe
for
because
the experience.
for the experience. Shit. For the experience?
For the experience. Why do we do anything? To experience it. Consciousness wants to experience itself. And everything is contained in the absolute. Right? Everything is contained in the absolute. And pain is relative, correct? You're calling it pain, but your pain and my pain will never be the same, right? Because it's relative. Depends on the individualized perspective.
Okay. I mean, what do you mean by the absolute? Tell me about that.
The absolute is consciousness, which means all things exist. That's the absolute meaning, everything. So when we talk about good, bad, right? So just like when you add a number 10 and 11, is it possible for you to get a wrong number? Is it possible for you to add 10 and 11 incorrectly?
No,
I'm not coming from your knowing. Say you were 3 and I was teaching you how to count. Would it be possible for you to add 10 and 11 incorrectly?
Incorrectly? No. I mean,
yes. There's a such thing as you getting a mathematical problem wrong. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Because for you to know the right answer, there has to be what?
The wrong answer.
There you go.
It's so
in the world of opposites, right? In the world of everything exists. If we're saying in the world that everything is it, but again, wrong is what? Relative. But in mathematics, we're going to say no, wrong is a factual thing, right? We're going to say wrong. Well, if I'm saying 2 + 2 is 4, and then you come back and say it's 5, some people will challenge that because I don't know if you saw, what's his name? What's that actor name? From The Best Man? What's his name? What's his name? Terrence Howard, right?
Yeah.
He started telling us that we were taught how to add and multiply, right? He started talking about that that property. What property is it called?
I don't know. He's like, it's only 9 numbers.
Right. What's the property in math that it's called? Is it relative? What is the property where it tells you that it's an exception to the rule when it comes to multiplying the number 1? That's
Oh,
a
I know what you're
property.
talking
I can't
about.
remember what property they called
I
it.
know exactly what you're talking about, but I
Right, and
cannot
right,
name.
right. But it only applies to 1 and 0, I think, and specifically in multiplication, right? Because when you multiply 1 times 0, you're going to get 0. But in reality, if you have 1 and you multiply it by something, are you going to lose its identity? I think it's called the identity property. That's it. I just said it. Because if you have 1 in real life, right? If I have an apple and I multiply it by 0, do I not now have an apple?
There's only one.
Right? I can't multiply in I can't have an apple then multiply by 0 and right in real life. If I'm holding an apple and I say I'm going to multiply it by 0, do I not now have the apple? Like, where did the apple go?
You can't multiply anything by 0. 0 doesn't exist.
So why does multiplying anything by 0 leave you with nothing? Right?
It shouldn't.
That's what he's telling you, right?
Right. It
In
shouldn't. That's
multiplication,
an
if you
error. He said
multiply
that's
anything
an
by
error.
0, you're left with nothing.
That's
We
not.
know that isn't true, though.
That's wrong. Right.
In
That's
real
wrong.
life.
No.
But that's only in mathematics, right?
Yep.
In mathematics and multiplication, if you multiply anything by 1, it remains itself, right?
Right.
That's the identity property, right?
Right.
If I multiply 12 by 1, it's always going to be 12. If I multiply 1 by 100, it's always going to be 100. He's saying that's wrong, because why is 1 losing its identity? Why is it, if multiplication means addition doubled,
One by one should mean
multiplication
2.
is addition doubled, then
1
why
by 1 should be 2,
when
not
we
1.
multiply, right, why are we, when we multiply 1 times 1, why does it remain 1?
1 by 1 should be 2.
Right, because if you add 1 plus 1, you're going to get 2, but if you multiply 1 times 1, you're only going to end up with 1. That's what
I remember when I first learned that, it was hard for me to grasp.
Right? Because how, if multiplication means to double something, but addition only means to add to it, then how come when you multiply 1 times 1, you end up with 1? Because they came up with the identity property. That's it, right?
And because it's like 1 times 1. 1 time is 1. 1 2 times is 2. Because 1 plus 1 is 2. So 1 2 times is 2. 1 and 1 is 1 2 times. That's 2. 1 3 times is 3. 1 1 1. That's 3. 1 3 times is 3. Times is 3. Times means 3. The X means time. So 1 times 3. 1 3 times is 3. 1 1 1 is 3.
Yeah. I mean, he was just saying what happens to it in reality, not in numbers, right? Because we're talking about, like, when it comes to money, right?
Right. Yeah.
How they with that mindset, how they can take your money and make you think you have less when you actually should have this amount, but they're going to tell you it's this amount based on the system of math, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's the only thing. Is there things that make you go, right?
So with that being said, then we have the choice to have good experiences.
Of course.
If we put our energy into having good experiences.
All right.
Okay. I just,
Right, because I mean, when you went to Cabo, you could have decided, you could have been like, oh man, I'm not really sure about this. What if I go here and then, if you have this, some people would say vibration or energetic, right? And I would just say your choice of thinking. Because to me, that just makes more sense. Why are we talking about energy and vibration? I get it. People want to be scientific. But in layman's terms, because you're thinking it, you're going to experience it, right? If you're going to keep talking about, oh my goodness, I don't know, I'm not sure, you're a little timid, you're not really sure of yourself, and then, oh, I'm never going by myself again. It was the most horrible experience ever.
Right.
But why was it horrible?
Exactly. But okay, let's take it a step further. So in this realm, if we're choosing our energy goes whatever, okay, when this meat suit dies, and then maybe we enter this realm again to play again. Do you think we can remember to choose good things? I mean, or good experiences, or is it back to trying to figure it out again?
Well, most people believe that whenever you come into this experience, whenever you put on the body, whenever you take on form, doesn't mean you lose your consciousness of experiencing the body. Now, you may not remember being Anna, right? But you may
Right.
come back and remember that you had some sense of knowing who you are, right? And some
Right.
people do come in here and they're sitting right there at a very young age. They know, I know my mind is creative. I know if I choose this and if I remain faithful to it. And they may not even be able to, articulate it the way we're saying it, right? But something
Right.
within them knows that, man, if I choose this early, if I choose and I stay the course, then the reality I want to experience will become the reality I will experience, right? A lot of us, and we don't know how many times we came into the physical body, right? But then some people
Right.
will say once you exit this physical body, you go right back to knowing. Like you start knowing, you come into the physical, you forget, and then once you're out of the physical, you know, right? And then some people will say, like Neville will say, well, if you didn't awaken during this time, you're going to continue this life in another dimension, just like this third dimension, and continue until you do remember in the physical. And he's saying that the body that you have will be the body that you keep, even though this body is going to the dust. When you show up again in another dimension, just like this, you're going to still be that person, and you're not going to know that you passed. Right. And I saw a video. I mean, I wish I would have saved it. If somebody else was saying the same thing too, he said, there's a reason why we don't remember when we're born and we don't remember when we die, because neither are true. We're never born and we never die. We just are. Because we don't have a memory of being born. Somebody tells us that, right?
Yeah, the
And
time,
then
the
and then
day.
somebody else will say, well, actually I did. I remember 6 months being in a mother's womb, because all things are possible. Right? So I'm not going to say that some people don't remember, because again,
Right.
that's talking about something I don't know. I don't remember being born. Let me just say
Right.
that I don't remember being born. And I have no recollection of how many times I've come into physical form.
Right. I
And the
mean,
thing is, there's only one consciousness. And I think when we start talking that way, we start making it sound like there we're separate entities, when we're just one entity, individualized, having unique individualized experiences. Which
right.
means there's no separation. It's just that God consciousness is playing all parts, and it's playing the part of the personality called Toyia. It's playing the part of the personality called Anna, but it's only one mind having all of these infinite ways of expression.
Right. Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think it's going to feel like a dream. You know how when you wake up from your dream and it kind of, you fall for forgetfulness and you forget your dream falls apart almost instantly as soon as you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like on purpose, like it doesn't want you to remember. You have to break from those two different worlds.
Right.
And when you're in your dream world, you don't have your senses. You know, when you're in your dreams, when you get hurt, when you fall, you don't feel any pain
Right.
in your dreams because you don't have your senses and you're not in the physical world. You only have your senses when you wake up.
Yep. Yep.
So, yeah,
Yep. Because some people say the dream is the reality, and when we're awake, we're dreaming.
that's why you got to forget.
Yep.
That's why you got to forget. Hold on, we got to forget. They can't remember. It's
Yep.
going to mess
I
up
be
the
getting,
game.
Yep.
I
Hey,
be
hey, hey,
getting
no,
what I want in
yay.
my dreams. I be getting what I want in my dreams, so I need
Do
to
you?
stay there running along. Well, sometimes
Saying,
it'd be
oh,
a
yeah,
little
the dream
different.
world.
It'd be a little different. Hold on, let me stop. But it'd be interesting at least. But I wanted to talk about the numbers really quick because I have
Okay.
this conversation with people sometimes and they don't get it because everybody's so stuck on math. People got to realize that math is something that was created also,
Yeah.
so that it can make sense for the hierarchy, classism, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But numbers are all, one is one, two is two, two is two. Energetically, there are only 9 numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. They all carry their own energy and they all can do something for you. 0 doesn't have any energy unless you give it to it. The great thing about 0 is you can make it whatever you want. You can do whatever you want with it, just like they did with adding a 0 to something means it's more. That's how they
Mm.
created 10, created 100, created 1,000. But those numbers actually do not exist. Those are man-made, classified numbers that we only give power to them because they say so. But they don't exist. One is still one, and it only carries that specific energy. But the difference between that is energy definition and mathematical definition. That's the difference. The only difference. One means what it means for you in the energy form, and then it means something different in the mathematical form. Because of course, if you have 100 or something, you have more than one. But that wasn't like that before. There wasn't that much counting. It wasn't. No one was counting and trying to figure out how to have more than someone else. We were
But
just having
quantifying it,
something.
right?
Yeah. So that's for classism. That's for measuring who has more than what. But in your primal state, you don't care about who has more. You care about having anything.
Mm. Mm.
When I tried to explain this to my mom, she was like, "But zero adds value." I said, "To you,
Yup.
it adds
Yup.
value
Only
for
to you.
you,
Yup. Yup.
Just
but
ask
it doesn't
her
add
how would
value
you
for
feel if
me."
somebody called you a zero?
Exactly.
Well,
But
wouldn't
you have to.
zero be like the 8, or meaning it's absolute, right?
Nothing.
It's
Somebody call you
self-contained.
a absolute zero or absolute nothing.
It's
Yeah.
self-contained, right?
Yeah.
Like the pi, like the 360.
But get it, a zero only means something when it's around the actual number.
There we go. Thank you.
There we go.
That's a,
So a
yeah.
zero
That's why
don't
it's
mean
only
nothing. It needs to be
the
attached
only
to
numbers
something.
that. Yes, the only numbers that have energy are 1 through 9. The zero does not have any
Zero
energy
needs
until you attach it
attachment.
to until an actual energetic number.
Yeah.
So
That's what's up.
it doesn't have any value unless you give it value. So it's
Ooh,
up to
look at
you.
that. I done learned something.
What?
What she said about
Numerology.
zero.
That's
Yeah,
I
yeah,
said all
yeah.
that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, because I was watching this TikTok video. They were talking about the numbers and was saying why the 1 is called 1, why the 2 is called 2, because of angles. That's where they get their numbers from. How many angles are in the number determines the
That's
numeric
different.
value of the number, right? So he was drawing the numbers, not how we make numbers now. Sometimes we make it look curly and all that, but when you draw them as straight lines, like the 3 as lines, like that first line, and then how we kind of loop it, but make it an angle. Right? It says the way he was making it was like you can find 3 angles in the number 3. You will find 9 angles in the number 9. You will because they make it boxy, right? They're making it lines, angles. So you will find the angle in all of those. That's why they get their numbers from.
Do you know that that's how I learned to count? Because when I was in school, my math teacher taught us how to count the angles in each number.
Mm-mm.
So she put a point at each angle on each number. And I literally count. Sometimes when I'm looking at numbers, I count by touching the angles on the numbers.
Mm.
So I had my math
I've heard
teacher.
that too.
Yeah, my teacher taught us the angles on all the numbers. So I even use the angles now when I'm counting sometimes.
I'm gonna look up zero though from an esoteric perspective.
I got the numerology. I remember I got it from Left Eye from TLC.
Oh, really?
She that last the documentary they made about her before she passed when she was in Honduras. She talked about it a lot, so it kind of like took over me as a child. But it's something I still use today. I always had when I hear you speak, you're just like speaking to me like when I was a kid. Everybody used to tell me I was crazy, and I'm like, Miss Toyia, she be here. That's the type of stuff I was saying when I was a kid. Everybody's like, why are you talking to me? I'd be like, you don't get it? And they'd be like, no. And I just be like, you're
I
just
just
not
thought about
open
when
to
you
the
said
experience.
zero adds value to anything. Well, how does anything gain value through your perspective,
And that's it. So it's really your teaching.
right?
Yeah, it's exactly your teaching. Zero
But I would
only
say that
means something
zero
if you wanted
would
to.
correlate to who you are as being infinite, right? Because I would look at zero. I know we talk about 8 being an infinity sign, but so is zero. Zero is also
Yes.
it's endless. It has no end or no beginning, right?
Yes.
That's what a zero. It has no end, but that's you. You have no end and no beginning. What has value? Only when you put value to it. You decide
And
what has value, right? You
think
add the
about the
value.
shape. The shape of a zero. It's open. That means it
Yep.
can take anything.
Yep.
So like money then, because money is basically dead, or it has no life to it. It doesn't breathe. It doesn't live. It doesn't get up. It doesn't walk. It has no life to it. But
It's an idea held in mind.
yes. So once you put the energy to it, then it has value, right?
Well, money isn't something separate. Money is energy, right? Because
Right.
everything
It's
is
in,
energy,
yeah.
right? Everything is energy, right? And so it's how you're perceiving the money. It all ends and
Well,
begins with you, right? So there's no wrong or rightness here. It's however you are determining money is. You get
right.
to dictate that. For the thing is the world tries to tell us what money is.
Right.
The
So if
world
you,
tries to
yeah.
say, well, money is power. Really? And so then if you have no money, then what does that mean?
Right.
Well, I guess to me, because money, like if I look at this dollar bill right now, the dollar bill, it can't move, it doesn't breathe. It's not like a tree or an animal or anything. So it has no life force unless I put the energy into it. You know,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? So then therefore I make it what it is. I make it what it is. I willed it what it is. And that's another thing too that I did a lot. I did a lot of tipping because I felt like it should flow. I felt like my money should flow.
Okay.
You know, so that's what I think money to me. I have to put the energy to it.
Okay.
That's all
So
I'm saying.
So if you look at it from a psychological standpoint, so that's where the manipulation comes in. So in classical conditioning, you can really build association and make anything meaningful to the world on a mass scale, right? So we can personalize and add value through our own personal perception. But if you want to build perception and meaningfulness on a big scale, like money, right? You have primary reinforcers and secondary reinforcers. Well, money is a secondary reinforcer, meaning it's something that you learn its value through someone teaching it to you, right? And that means if you take a baby that's 2 years old and you say, good job, and you give that baby a $20 bill, that baby's probably going to rip it in half or like put snot on it because it doesn't mean anything. But once a child is older and you've observed and shown them things and shown them that you can exchange money for that candy or that toy, then money builds meaningfulness through all of those associations through classical conditioning. And now money means something. Money means access to good things. And that's why we have advertisers and cars and luxury. And we build those money, that association between money and things and access to big houses and all those things that we want. So that's how they use psychology to manipulate the masses and control our perception and what's important to us and what we build our associations with. And we have to kind of break away from that and build our own meaningfulness and associations between and say money don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
Money
I mean,
doesn't
because
mean my access to good things.
it's whatever you put your
It's
energy towards.
whatever you put your energy
Because
to.
it's like God, like an external God.
Absolutely.
It wouldn't be an external God if you didn't put any energy towards it.
Right. You have
You know
to
what I
fix
mean?
it.
Like you have to put the energy towards whatever, because like the little Jesus Christ with the cross, it's just a little,
That's conditioning too.
yeah, it's not it's just a symbol. It's not
Fear's
really,
conditioned too. The little
yeah.
Albert experiment, that was a psychology experiment when they learned that fear can be conditioned. They put a baby in a room. They showed a little white rabbit. The baby saw the rabbit, just didn't do anything, didn't care. Then they put the white rabbit and then they hit a hammer really loud. And the startle reflex is a natural reflex. The baby would scream and cry because of the loud noise of the hammer. Every time they presented the white rabbit, they hit the hammer on the table. The baby screamed. Eventually, the presentation of the white rabbit alone made the baby scream. Little Albert grew up afraid of all white, fluffy things. And that's when they learned that we can make people afraid. Fear can be conditioned.
The revelation has to be that you are money. Money is a reflection of your consciousness. That's all money is. That's all money is. Money is an energetic outpicturing of your value. That's it.
Fear not.
That's it. And so if you make money the
What's up,
power,
Vanessa?
then that's you creating an idol, right? Because anytime you say an external thing, that the thing that you created has power, you now have transferred power to the external, which means you now
Yeah.
created an idol. But if you understand that money is just a reflection of who you are, that's it. That's all money is. But everything in your reality is a reflection of who you are, not just money. Everything, the only thing that holds value is who? You. Yes. That's the only thing that holds value. You are the only thing that holds value. And the money is just a reflection of that. That's it. Because you never have to have money and you can still get the house, get the car, get all you need, get all the groceries, get travel wherever you could never have $1 in your bank account. And you'll still be able to experience all those things when you recognize that you are the money. And that means that, not to say that money will all of a sudden not be a part of this reality. It would just mean that it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be the holder of it. Because somebody paying for it, but it don't have to be you.
Right.
Because somebody be like, hey, I'm the manager of this Cancun resort or this Cabo resort. Come and be my guest. Be my guest, whatever. You're going to get the best of the best. Right? That's why it is important that like what you did, Anna, and not even necessarily you saying you have to go by yourself, but whenever you go out into the world, learn how to be kind and interactive and engage. Because this is how you get to know, and be you and and allow that when someone is be attracted to your light, find out why they're there. Have a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the biggest
Sometimes we
thing.
be closed off, like, oh, this is my time. It's a reason that the moth came to the fire. It's a reason that they're there.
Yeah.
Engage. You'd be surprised what type of connections we'll make when we just allow ourselves to be open and not so closed off. Because I feel like if you're going to be to yourself, stay in your room then. If you don't never want nobody to talk to you, why are you going out? The hell?
Right.
Like, what? If I don't feel like being bothered by people today, then why are you coming out the room? Because there's going to be people there.
Yeah.
The people are going to be there. The waiter is going to definitely come ask you, do you know whoever they are, do you want to drink? Do you want something to eat? They're going to come and talk to you. If you just want the drink at the door, you just want room service, you don't want nobody talking, then stay in the house. It'd be funny how people be mad that they're outside. No one made you come outside. That was a choice. Now you're going to mean mug through life. They better not talk to me. They better not say nothing to me. You could have just stayed because your world is on reflecting you. That's what you have to understand. Your world is reflecting you. So if you mean as Beelzebub or whatever, mean as a junkyard dog, don't be surprised when people come up to you and they just as mean.
I think that gave me an opportunity too, because like I had one or two situations, like with this lady on the plane that I was like, okay, bitch, I don't want to get banned. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on TikTok and I don't want to get banned. So I'm just going to sit down and shut up. But then I had to like check myself, like, okay, was it me or how, you know what I mean? And I think like that allows me to kind of check myself. You know what I mean? See if it's me.
We just gotta lighten up sometime. We just gotta lighten up, And again, there's no wrong or right. You can be mean as you want to, but just don't be. You can't complain then if the world reflects that back. That's all I'm saying. Be whoever you're gonna be, right? You don't have to make no concessions about it. You don't have to, apologize for who you are. You don't have to apologize if you gonna, oh, you gonna go low, I'm gonna go lower. You know how Michelle Obama saying they go low, you go high. No, they go low, I'm gonna go lower. Hey, I'm here for it. If you gonna go low, they gonna low, you gonna go lower. I'm here for it. But own it though. Own it. I'm here for the petty.
That is something I somebody else. If you don't be yourself. If you are be ain't about you, it's cool.
Yep. Oh, wait a minute. You're breaking up. No, yeah, you're breaking up. That's okay, Anna. You're good. It's still real staticky. I mean, I can hear you saying something, but yeah, maybe she'll come back. This is so cool. I really like how, we kind of just come to like hang out, y'all, and just come and share our, what's going on in our world, and people want someone to come and talk to about it. Let me tell y'all, because maybe my family just not gonna see it from this perspective. And I got a family, a group that I could come and just share this type of conversation with, because in our everyday life, we may not have that person, that we could come talk to. And I'm glad we have this platform where we can come and be like, you know what? Yeah, let me, I like talking about this and I like to talk about it more, but I really can't talk about it with the people around me. And that's okay, because you're going to manifest those people into your reality if that's something you choose to. There's somebody you can talk to on the phone or you can travel with that, you can share this truth with, or this belief system with, or however you want to say it. Right, or this wisdom, or what have you. I'm blessed that I have my husband, I have my oldest daughter. I can even talk about to my younger children as well. I'm blessed from that perspective, that I really do have someone like every day I can talk about this with. But I also can come on live and meet some other people that's also experiencing this journey and gain more remembering from, because that's all we're doing, and hear another person's perspective. And I love the number talk, right? The number talk and understanding about the numbers, and and that all of these things are constructs. Everything we're experiencing, they're all constructs, right? And we just want to make the construct benefit us. We want to make the money construct benefit us, right? The number system benefit us. Welcome back.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I was out in the basement, but I had a situation last night. As Anna was saying something about checking herself, I was talking to my boyfriend about. I have to realize when it comes to music, like, this is new for me. I started in 2021, and I always told myself I wasn't gonna do it, and now I'm doing it because I really do love it. But I do have some insecurities. I got some insecurities, and I talk about them with strong. Like, I know I don't feel the most comfortable in this, but I'm always willing to ask for help. I actually manifested a group of women that are I think I said this before, my old mentor from high school got back in touch with me. She's helping me. But we were talking about just some music stuff, and I started to feel insecure. And I noticed it, and I was like, okay, don't reflect it back onto him. You're feeling insecure because, be honest with yourself, you're insecure about what's going on. You want more contacts, you want more this, you want more that, but it's coming. But right now in this moment, I started to feel like, are you trying to tell me I can't get, because I can't? I was like, I had to stop myself because I was starting to take stuff offensively. But I just went in my room. We got off the phone, I went in my room, and I said, I got to be honest with myself. I'm insecure about this. And if I got to cry about being insecure about this to myself, that's fine. But do not involve him. He didn't make you feel no type of way. You feel this way because you know what's really going on. If you need to work on something, just work on it. It's not his responsibility to make you work on it, to help you work on it. Just work on it. And then I was at the gym this morning, and I realized I got the issue is I want more. I'm not a producer. I don't make like the beats. I don't play an instrument. And I was like, I just want more structured like beats to write to, and then I could just start, writing and, getting some things out, even if it's just like YouTube videos or just some stuff. realized
Oh, and
my
ooh,
whole, I
my
have a,
son makes beats, but go ahead. I may have,
oh,
I have to.
okay.
Yeah.
See,
Because
that's what I'm
see,
talking about.
he taught himself how to play the keyboard and the drum.
Mm.
Yeah, and
See,
my daughter Maya, she sings and she played. I think I told you she played the alto saxophone and the baritone saxophone.
oh, okay, that's beautiful. Music is such
Mhm.
an amazing way to get in touch
Yeah,
with people and to share energy, which is why I, like it so much. And I love words. I'm a songwriter mainly, and
my oldest daughter, yes, she write with you
yeah,
too. Yeah, that poetic
yeah,
flavor.
that's.
Yes.
I consider like a Lauren Hill,
Ooh,
ish Lauren Hill, Jasmine Sullivan, because I can get real
nice. So do you sing or you
city
just write?
girls. I sing and write.
Nice. Oh,
So if you get my page, I'll be doing a little stuff. I got my little songs out and everything, and I feel good about them. But it's new to me, and I'm honest with it. It's new to me, and I'm getting used to it. Putting myself out
and I think
there.
a lot of us don't realize how fearful we are of success.
No, I know I have that. My
Right,
mama, she
right. Because
talks
we
to
be
me
like,
about it
man,
all
I
the
really want to
time.
do this. I really want to do that. And we wonder, like, well, how we call it self-sabotaging, right? It's like, no,
Yeah,
I want it, but then you keep doing things that keep pushing it away. Even
yeah.
though in your mind, in your heart, you're like, no, I want it. And then, so that's why you say you have to like confront it, be honest with it. And then that's when you can transmute that energy.
But I realized I have my friend. He makes beats now. He makes beats, and he's always willing. He wants to work with me all the time. Um, I don't work with him because it's more of a conflict interest type thing. I just ain't trying to get too close. But you know what I remember what you said about you create your reality. If I don't want him to push no boundaries, then no boundaries will be pushed.
Right.
We can
Yep.
just make music, and we
Yep.
will just make music and be friends, and it's gonna be
Yep.
fine. And
Yep.
that's how I've seen the relationship since since we decided not to do anything romantic. I've seen the relationship as we're just friends. There's no other eye for me to see, there's no
Hmm.
other way for me personally. But everybody else is always saying, "Oh, he like you. He like you." I'm like, I don't care what he likes. Honestly,
Right.
I'm
Right.
not.
Interesting.
It's
Right.
not. So I mean, but he still talks. We still talk. We still have conversations because we cool, great friends. But everybody else be in my head trying to tell me other stuff, and I'm like, I really think y'all just saying that because y'all. I mean, I don't know why y'all want somebody to like me so bad. I got enough people liking me. I'm fine. But I'm gonna reach out. I reached out to him today because he had sent me some music and I forgot. I reached out. I said, you know what? If these people can't help me and this person wants to help me, I don't need to be worried about. I just all the resources are right here around me. And I'm over here trying to be worried about what somebody else can do. I
Right,
want some help.
right, right, right.
So I'm insecure for nothing. So I just reached out to him and he gonna send me some more stuff. And I'm like, okay, now I don't even care no more. Back to happy Noye. So checking yourself. I know it's a long story, but the
Yeah,
checking
I know
yourself
because I know
thing.
a lot of people think that men and women just cannot be friends without it being something else beyond that, right? And it could just be like
Yeah.
he just like your voice, he sees your potential, he sees what's possible for you, and he wants to be a part of that. What's
I
wrong
think
there?
that's it.
Why does it because somebody's nice to you it means, and I'm not saying I don't know, maybe he's made advances. I don't know. But sometimes people think just because somebody is willing to help you and they happen to be of the opposite gender, that has to be more than that. He just want to be along for the ride.
I really see that as what it is because, like, even we did date. That was well. This is the thing. I thought we was dating. But apparently, we wasn't dating,
Oh,
and apparently, we wasn't dating.
it
We
was
was
a
just hanging out.
situationship.
Yeah. Well, he said, "Oh, I wasn't looking for a relationship." I said, "Really? You wasn't? Oh, I didn't know. Then why you take me out? Never mind. You know what? I'm not gonna. I was upset with him for a long time. Didn't talk to him for a year. But then on my birthday, he responded back to me and he sent me a message saying happy birthday. And I was like, who is this? I'm sorry. I hate when I have to do that. Uh, but ever since then, we've been cool. He know I got a boyfriend. We've been cool.
I
He ain't
mean,
never did.
yeah, he could
We've
just
been
be
cool.
like, okay, we've had time to chill out. Now we can just be the friends and have this work relationship.
Yeah, and that's how I see it. And honestly,
Yeah.
that's how I feel it. I don't even feel nothing from him. I don't care to. I'm not even thinking about that. Anyway, even if I didn't have nobody, that's how cuz I didn't before we started talking again before I had a boyfriend. And I was like, "Nah, not a possibility. I don't want to look at
Right.
you like that." So I already know where I stand. As long as I know where I stand, it really is enough.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's being helpful and he's been respectful and he's been nice and I do like being around him, I need to he's good at what he's decent at what he's doing. He's just trying to get better.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just work together and grow together because I'm growing in this as well.
Yeah.
And everybody's at some people want to be at different levels, and uh, I just want to enjoy myself and get my voice. Try to write for my voice the best
Mm-hmm.
way so that it can grab the people the way I want it to, and really influence the way I want it to. Because I just do this because it's something I couldn't shake. I really love to write. I listen to music with a different type of ear. I really love the energy of words. I break everything down. It's not just what you're saying, it's how you say it, the way you say it. It's very, very important to me. It fuels me. It's not even about words. It's just about the melody and the vibration of everything. And I can't go throughout my life without doing it. I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
That's
gonna do
beautiful.
it.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah. Enjoy the process, as we say. I know people are like, oh no, I want it, and they want the overnight success. And it's just like, you're already successful. So now enjoy being successful, you know?
That's how I see it. I tell my boyfriend all the time, I'm one of the best songwriters in the world. He be looking at me, I'm like, hey, I'm already telling you. When everybody else is telling you, oh, you've been knowing it for a long time? Yeah, I'm one of everybody gonna know when they're supposed to know.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the people
Yep.
that are supposed to know are going to know. It don't have to be the people that are supposed to know are going to know that I can do I'm really good at this. And
Yeah.
it's gonna show. It's gonna be seen.
Well, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it. That's beautiful. That's amazing. Yeah, we just have to. I know that that's probably not something most people want to hear, right? Because most people are just like, well, I've been doing this for 6 months, or I've been doing this for 2 years, or I've been doing it for 5 years. When is it going to, pop off? When is it going to show up? When you stop trying to say when and enjoy it and keep telling yourself you're already you're already there, and allow things to take form, allow things to take shape, and they will. The right people that is supposed to assist you, you're not going to have to go looking for them. That's what we have to understand. You're not going to have to go try to make it so. You don't have to go try to look. You don't have to do no networking. You don't have to do any promoting. All you have to do is practice being. Being, which means what? Well, since I am a songwriter, what does songwriter do? They write songs. Okay, are you writing songs? No. What? So a songwriter isn't writing songs? Okay. Here's the thing, the song is already written. Let the song now project out of you, right? Like Neville Goddard would say, those who desire to be an author, right? He's like, don't think about what book to write. See yourself as already being the author, and then the book will come, right? So you see yourself as already the songwriter, and then what? The songs come. Right? When you say that you are already the person, then, right? So it's just like you're a content creator, right? Well, if you're a content creator, see yourself as the content creator, then what? The content comes, right? You see yourself as someone that's inspirational, motivational speaker, right? That you're, helping people realize, who they are, the truth of their being. Then those people that are supposed to be influenced by you, or that you're supposed to help remember who they are, they will come. They will come. All right. All you do is do what you know to do, and then let the rest happen, because the rest does just happen. You just be who you are, and then everything else flows from that. So that's why the question is always, who do you say that I am? Then be it. I am means God is, which is you are. Who are you? Who are you? Right? Who do you say that you are? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Who am I? Well, I'm going to identify as this, right? I'm going to identify as this. This is what I'm going to, this is my identity. I'm saying I'm this. And we got to get out of thinking that it's wrong to be identified by something. right? Those who have reached their ultimate goal in life, they identified themselves as that, right? Whether it was being the best basketball player or just being, some people just wanted to be a part of the NBA. They weren't there trying to be the best player. They just wanted to be on the bench. They like, if I could just make the 12th man. Do you know how the odds of somebody being the 12th man on an NBA team? Some people are just like, I just want to be on the team. It's enough for me. I just want to see myself as a, and then once they get there, then they may have desires to expand upon that, to go far beyond what they, they're like, man, I made it to the NBA. Man, maybe now I can make it just being on the team. Maybe I could be a starter. And then maybe I could be a starter. Then maybe I could be seen as the MVP. Like, whatever it is, allow it to continue to expand. But, allow yourself to be it. Not how it's going to happen, but that you already are, and whatever needs to happen happens. It really does just start to happen. You just start to feel inspired and motivated to do certain things, and it's going to be effortless. I tell you, it's going to be effortless. Hey, Glaze, welcome.
Hello, T. How are you?
I'm great. I'm kind of liking this AI saying manifest your desires, comment your goals. It's like it's assisting me on my live. Is this something new with these lives? Have y'all been in other lives where you see these AI commenting
Y-
on them?
Yes, they're integrating AI into everything, and so
Mm.
you will see a whole lot more of that. I saw a commercial with Idris Elba, and he was talking about to integrate AI into your businesses, so you're fixing to see AI everywhere. But I was coming up because of I was in the elevator, so I may have not heard this like it actually was. But I thought I heard about content creation and being like a artist or something of that. But and I wanted to talk about that AI artist.
Mm-hmm.
That did you see that she's a multi-million dollar
Yeah, I've
singer?
seen
Mm-mm.
that.
I saw a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I saw like one video, but I really didn't get like the meat of it.
Yeah, for 4 months, this young African American lady in out of Mississippi was using Suno music and just uploading songs. Okay, however, she got discovered. She is a poet, and I think she is in a like a behavior in some type of behavior medicine or like mental health therapist or something. But her therapy is, being a poet and writing out the things she experiences. So she taught herself Suno 4 months ago, and now she's a multi-million dollar AI discovery. Her avatar is.
Mm.
So, and then a lot
Wait
of
a minute, so what
people
does
are
her avatar do?
sings. She is so Suno
So
produces
she's the voice
music.
behind the avatar. So
She's the
she's not the
voice
one that's
behind the avatar.
okay.
She
So it's
went
not
on.
her face. Or I guess the avatar would probably look similar to her or whatever she made the avatar to be. She created it, and it's her voice that so she got signed as the
She,
AI avatar.
yes, she just
Okay.
labeled. She created the song in Suno and just gave that artist a name and
Mm.
and an image.
Mm. Okay. And so
And
who signed her and gave
she
so
released her album, and she was discovered. And a lot of
mm.
the artists are the artists are upset. Kaylani, um, I think Jermaine Dupri, a lot of them are saying that this shouldn't be. She should not be receiving money that an artist who, blood, guts, and tears, or however you say that phrase, they do everything to be discovered and sell, and spend a lot of money. And here she is making a fake image and is now a
Okay, she made a fake
multi-billionaire.
image, but whose voice is and who wrote the song? So did AI write the
It's
songs
it's
for her?
AI's voice, but
Okay.
her
Yeah.
lyrics.
But it's her lyrics, so
Her
AI
lyrics.
didn't. But here's my thing: even if AI did, even if you say AI, give me a love song, and then it gives it to you, and then say that you kind of tweak it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's wrong?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Right.
I guess my thing is because the world is a fake. The world is imaginary. This just AI just keeps showing you just how the world is just
Fake the world
so
is.
right,
Mm-hmm.
how unreal
Mm-hmm.
it is.
Mm-hmm. Unreal it is.
As
And then I was saying some too with her because I saw her interview with Gail King, and
Mm-hmm.
Gail was like, "But you can't sing, so how in the world are you able to?" She was a little gruff with her, but here, excuse me, here's my thing: we don't live in a world of scarcity. They want us to believe that,
Mm-hmm.
and if she wants, she's the first to ever have an AI, persona that landed a multi-million dollar
So
deal.
it's not even her
So
voice
what?
singing; it's the AI is singing for
Is
her.
AI is singing.
Oh wow! I guess I
A,
see. So I see why people got that problem with it. It's almost kind of like with the television and film, right? Because now you're getting a lot of the AI taking the place of people playing in these
mhm,
movies and in films and in television. So it's like okay, now it's moved into the music side of
mhm,
entertainment, where
mhm,
now you're going to have these singers.
mhm.
But here's the thing: didn't we already have iTunes singing for folks?
well, as
Yes,
as an artist,
yes,
Because that wasn't your voice.
yes,
Because if you
as a
couldn't hold a tune and I put iTunes, that's just like me. I can't hold a tune, but if I use iTunes and I got the
the
look,
auto
I got the
tune, yeah,
moves, right?
yes.
I could sell the image because that's all it's about. That mighty dollar is all about selling the image, right?
Right.
If I can sell the image and I'm a Jennifer Lopez, no
right.
shade J Lo, but I'm a Jennifer
No,
Lopez,
you right.
right?
Mhm,
I'm a J Lo.
mhm.
That is not her singing on most of those
And
songs. I was.
but when she is
How
in
we gonna be
concert,
mad?
It don't matter.
in the
No, it don't
concert,
matter.
you
Why
know
y'all always trying to
something's
stop
wrong.
somebody else's coin just because they didn't do it the way you did it? People
This is
always
what I
trying
would
to
Right.
say.
just
As an artist, somebody that's up and coming, that I call fear tactic, scarcity bull. I don't care
mm-hmm.
about that. I do not
Nigga,
care
that's
about
do
that.
you, right?
I really
Use
don't.
whatever tools available to you.
Right. If
You
I want to write
created
my
it.
stuff the old school way, I will do it the old school way, and it'll touch you. It touches. There's plenty of people out. People don't understand. Everybody ain't got to try to be Beyonce. You know how
So they
many
call her
old little
fake.
artists I know.
Hmm.
I mean, if she's writing, cool.
She's
That's
writing
great.
and
That's
when
great.
you listen
So
to
she
those
writing it
lyrics,
and the avatar is the one singing it.
I
if
don't
you
like that
listen
part
to her
as a singer,
lyrics,
but it's whatever.
yeah, she's writing, but she can't sing. So
That's the
Suno
problem.
gives her the opportunity
To
to
put
put
her
her
writings out there
lyrics.
instead of her trying to find
Right.
an artist, she
Instead of her.
created her own. Bam,
And they
Right.
said she
Queen!
Because
should
Y'all
have
better
been a
come on.
ghostwriter.
You
She
better
should
come
have been a
on.
ghostwriter.
that's all I'm trying to be.
You better
She
come
should have
on.
been a ghostwriter.
She
But
didn't
who
want to be a
who are you?
ghostwriter. She's like, I'm just gonna create my AI gave me the tool that I can create my own image that I want to put my
And
music out
people,
there and decide
I
what kind
want
of
to.
voice they gonna write, what kind of voice are they gonna be
Mm-hmm.
soprano or alto,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you can
Human
create it. Oh my goodness, that's genius.
humans have to
You
understand the part they played though, because the reason why she had to do that is because people trying to be greedy. That's why she had to do that. Imagine if you try to get an artist and they say, "Oh, you got to pay me for me to be in the studio." She don't want to do that. Why
That
would she
part.
have to do that? If she can get Suno, you got to stop being greedy. If somebody would have just came to her and be like, "I'll sing your songs," oh, but nobody came to her because somebody wanted to be greedy. You think she ain't
Yep.
trying to get it to somebody, and they were
Yep.
just like, "Oh, you got to pay me." Then you kind of pushed her to put. I mean, it's not here for nothing. It's not here for
Mm.
nothing.
right, right. But her
I don't see the
songs,
issue.
she you she talks about not having a father. She talks about miscarriage. She talks
Mm.
about things that people are experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily like it because it is a when we are awakened, we want to hear
Mm-hmm.
awakened song,
Yeah.
but it's her experience. And if she was to sign with a record label, they're going to tell you what to sing. A lot
Mm.
of these songs and lyrics aren't heartfelt because they only say what African Americans we should be singing about
Yeah.
sex and money and all of that, but she don't have that in her lyrics at all.
Mm.
Nothing that's infiltrating the mainstream in R&B in the African American community.
And so,
And
what
that's why
record
they
label
shouldn't worry
signed
about it.
her? What record label signed her?
I'm not quite sure
And she had a
what record
multi-million-dollar
label.
deal. I wonder how many. I wonder how many albums she got to sell and stuff.
A
Like, no.
multi-million-dollar deal.
Yeah, I wonder how many
So
years that she signed to them and what's the requirements.
I don't know. I'm sure there
I mean,
are
right now with
requirements.
AI, it doesn't cost as much for you to make a video anymore. Everything, you know what I'm saying? It's not
You can be
everything.
creative.
Everything is so digital now.
You
Yeah,
can all
I
be
mean,
creative.
I stay in my lane when it comes to stuff like that. There's a lot of money out here for everybody. I don't really
Right.
get like
That's what I'm
frustrated about stuff
saying.
like that. So I don't even
Right.
care. I'm happy it worked for her. I wouldn't be able to do it because I am a singer. I'm, kind of classically trained, so I would always want to do it
Use your own voice.
use myself,
Right.
yeah.
Right, but
if
she's
she
like,
don't
I
have
got
that,
I got the lyrics, I just don't have the voice, and I can't find a voice because I don't have the money to be paying people to put it out there. Right, Kaylani, would you sing one of her songs while you mad? Jermaine Dupri,
right,
did you hire her on as a songwriter?
They said
right.
she's taking the money out of the artist's mouth.
I
She's
mean,
taking
I
food
agree
from
with
it.
that part, but at the end of the day, it's only taking it out if you say so. Now you feel
That's
that
what
way,
I'm saying.
like
How
Toya
she taking
saying, you
something?
create.
So that is that lack mentality, because that's just like saying
It's the lack
rich people
mentality.
are keeping poor people poor. Really?
Yeah, I
Are
agree
rich
with
people
it.
is the cause for poor people being poor? Well, that's what the system will tell you, right? They would say with the system of corporate, what is it, not corporate? Oh my goodness. What's our money
I don't
system
know.
called? What is our money
I
system
forget
called?
what it's called. I don't even be thinking.
I can't think of it either. We all having brain farts.
Well, right, but I understand it from
Some
a
exchange. I don't
layman's.
know what the.
Yeah, I understand it from a layman's standpoint of view, but it's not taking no money out of Kaylani. We still listening to Folded. What are you talking about? We still listen to your music. Put some more
500
out.
different
We'll listen to
ways.
it. Listen to your music.
So that's what I thought. I
Currency.
heard you guys say that. I thought you said you were an artist, but pave your own lane and don't worry about what anyone else is saying.
No,
Yeah,
I'm saying be
I
it,
don't care.
right? And
Yeah, I don't care about
AI
that.
is moving. Here's the thing. Every time we shift consciousness when it comes to how money can be brought into your experience, it continues to shape our society, right? When you had and so like a lot of people think the industrial revolution didn't help society. Some people will tell you that it negatively affected society, right? And then you get into the world of technology, and technology just keeps expanding. So you talk about when the internet came on the scene, right? And how those particular that system kind of drove out certain jobs, but it created others. See, people don't understand that. Yes, when one goes away, something has to replace it. Because what do they tell you? The universe doesn't like what? A vacuum. So if it doesn't like a vacuum, and certain jobs are being done away with because of AI, then that means what? Other jobs are being created. You just better get in when you fit in. You better try to figure out how to. And the thing is that you can ask AI to help you. You can ask AI, what job would, I like doing this. What would be a great job for me? Or what would be a way that I can use AI to help me bring income into my experience?
I'll say me and my team, the team that I work with that writes for other artists, we do use it as a tool. So that's why I can't sit up here and say that it's horrible. I'm not going to ever say nothing about if I do what I do.
Oh,
I was
there we
going to do
go.
what she
Cheryl
do.
said it for me. Capitalism. Thank you, Cheryl. That's it.
Capitalism.
Capitalism. I knew it was a
We don't
C
even be
word.
trying to think about
I was like,
capitalism.
I knew it was a C word. I'm like, corporate. That
That
ain't
word's
it.
not even in my
Capitalism.
vocabulary.
Look,
Yes.
Miss Glaze is saying.
yes. They say capitalism is wrong, but that's only because you ain't figured out how to manipulate it for
How
you.
to work it.
That's the only thing. You
Exactly.
only see it's wrong because you don't see the benefit for you. And people always want to be this captive save a person. Well, I'm trying to save people from right. They are trying to save somebody. The only way you can save people
manipulation is bad.
Is it a bad word? I mean, is it wrong?
What?
Not to me, not
No, I don't think it's wrong, but I'm saying a lot of people see it as wrong. A lot of people don't see the benefits of capitalism. Most people say capitalism ruins society because it's about big business take little business. That's a lot of people see it. They see it in more of that the big business have monopolized everything.
They once were little businesses.
Right.
Yeah, they were.
Right.
Until Reagan said, "Hey, monopoly is okay."
Yep.
That's why your energy is important. Where you putting
Let's
your
see
energy?
ourselves with Park Place. What is it? Boardwalk
Hey.
and the
Mm.
green. All that whole road.
Hey.
No. Yep. Yep.
But you can
Yep.
get billions and not even own the doggone company. Look at Michael Jordan. He didn't need to
Mm.
Yep.
own Nike to become a billionaire.
And didn't want to do that.
He just
Didn't
could
want to
just
have a
he could
shoe.
all he had to do was build a contract with them. So he don't have to run it, right? Everybody's doing everything for him. He just making money off of
Yep.
what he did 30 years ago in the
Still making
90s.
money.
In the 90s,
To
right?
this day,
And people
with the
think
same
that, and then
shoes.
that's why I don't like when people talk about the when we identify as African Americans, and then we try to say, well, we don't own anything. We don't own. Do we have to own anything to be billionaires, though?
Just get your money and leave. Just get
Like,
your
because you
money.
ain't taking the business with you. And so we make this big thing about not owning the corporation. But is it necessary? Because do the people that quote unquote the face of it, do they really own it? Their
No.
name may be attached to it, but it be so many more people that have something to do with that business. We just see the face of the people. But you have
Yeah.
board members and you have all these different people running it. Ain't nobody running these businesses by themselves.
The
They
bank
just happen to
owns
be the
it.
face of it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. It's all about how you look at it, like you say. It's really all about how you look at it. If you want opportunity, opportunity will come. If you want to be mad, you're going to be mad. It's your choice. I, as an artist, am not about to be mad. I'm glad we all getting money because it's money out here for everybody. I tell people that all the time.
That
We
part,
don't
and when
have to
they
sit up
try to
here
say that
and
she's taking money from others, no, I have nothing to do with your career. How does she have anything to do with your
right.
career? You got your fan base, like you said. People still listen to Kaylani. Just because
I
this
love
woman
Kaylani
got this multi-million-dollar deal, I don't see how her check has anything to do with Kaylani's check.
because let's remember this lady can't go nowhere and perform live. So
That
let's be
part,
quiet.
everything gonna have to be digital, right?
So
Right?
she's not gonna be you know Kaylani. These people they this is why I
What
say
they
it's a
gonna do?
tactic.
What they gonna do? The hologram? They gonna make a
Right? They
hologram?
you know they pay people like Kaylani and JD and Usher to just show up places.
That
So
part.
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
You're lying.
Exactly.
You're lying. That's what you're doing. And why are you lying about her taking money out of your pocket when you know you can show up somewhere and get 1,000 more racks
Get
than she'll ever
money.
be able to get? Now she may be able to show up
Get
somewhere
money.
eventually once she becomes famous enough, but don't nobody even know her right now. So go get your money at that club and be quiet. She knows she like but yeah, it's all about how they want to view it. But I think it's a scare tactic thing trying to make people stop making music or something because I think the people are actually what they're afraid of. People
Well,
going in
clearly she didn't care what nobody
overdrive.
thought about what she said when she signed that deal.
Right. So we all just gotta
I'm
be
glad she
ourselves
wouldn't
out
go
here.
and she didn't go talk to what's his name, Jermaine Dupri. I'm glad
Jermaine
she didn't go.
Dupri.
I'm glad she didn't go ask Kaylani what you think about me signing this deal. I'm glad she
Yeah.
didn't care for other because
No,
she trying to feed her family.
but I
She
think
want
she's
to.
smart. She's smart. She went to Gail King. She went to
Mm,
CBS, CBS. She went to Oprah Winfrey's best friend.
mm.
Okay, she's smart. She could have went anywhere. She could have just posted something online like she has been doing for 4 months. I think it was a strategic move for her because Gail is talking to Oprah, and then other investment people, are trying to see, hey, is this a new investment avenue here? Money making? Come on. So we are just creators and we just need to create in whatever ever avenue that presents itself. You creating all the time. T
Yes.
Miss Creator on here. And I'm sure you're gonna be looking at Suno pretty soon. 'Cause you fixing to be singing.
Just about to be singing.
Yes. But now they have it to where it
Wait a minute,
will
how
use
do
your
you spell
voice.
it? What is it called?
SUNO.
SUNO. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
that's an app to help you.
Mm-hmm. It has a free. You can use their free version. The only thing with the free version, you don't obtain your rights.
Okay, 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 okay. Beyond, I go on there singing, creating some songs, saying, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hey."
You
Got
get
my avatar singing it. You know, I created, so I created two new avatars, Glaze. So
you
you know about Zuri already, right?
I saw some about a older person. Is that her
Jada,
mother?
that's her name, Jada. So she has a TikTok page and she has an Instagram. I
So
didn't make one for her for YouTube. YouTube is just Zuri. Zuri has TikTok and YouTube, and Jada has Instagram and TikTok. So
are they
Jada
some
is
kin?
mostly going to be no talking. Hers is just more going to be like inspirational stuff, like saying good morning, hi. You know what? Zuri is going to be my little sage teacher. It's the 7-year-old sage.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Zuri's the 7-year-old sage. So she's going to give you these metaphysical truths from a 7-year-old perspective. So if you
Amazing.
truly want to just like people were saying, oh, Toya, you should do a kid's book. I got a kid's TikTok. So
Mm-hmm.
those of you wanting to share this with your small children, your grandchildren, go tell them to follow Zuri, and you really want them to understand the Bible from a metaphysical perspective. Zuri is your girl. She is going to break down the metaphysical science from a 7-year-old, from a child's perspective. So it's really, you know, hey, so even a child can understand.
That is exactly.
That's what we want, even a child. So even if you are still struggling with some of the concepts, she's going to put it down from a child's perspective, which means it has to be simple, right? No big words, not trying to complicate it. You know, helping you understand. Like we did the Cain and Abel, we did Adam and Eve.
She started with Adam and Eve. She
Yep,
started out the box with Adam and
yep,
Eve.
yep,
The Adam and
yep.
Eve story.
Yep, yep. And so, and then I just get my inspiration from TikTok because I don't know if I told you guys about us. Someone else had did a little girl. Her name was Himira, something like that. And she has this her face is all, she has this old frown on her face. But she tells this story about her mom being a church lady and how she always like coming at her. So like she's like, I was just looking at minding my business, looking at my edges in the mirror, and I didn't touch nothing. And then my mama would, so it's so cute. And I was like, oh, that's a great. But I'm going to make my avatar talk about the metaphysical science. We gotta get inspiration from one another. And then she'll be saying in her room or whatever. The other little girl, she has her little toy called Bear. I gave Zuri a golden doodle puppy. She has a golden doodle.
Ooh, I haven't seen him. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't named them. I mean, she just walking with them. I think the last video I did was what was it? What was the last video I did for her? I can't remember. I gotta look and see. But yeah, she
She talked about love.
yep, I just added her I just added the dog yesterday. And I think I
Okay.
uploaded it either last night or this morning. But yeah, she talked about forgiveness, and she talked about like I said, Adam and Eve and Cain and Abel. So yep. So mental diet. I did self-concept and mental diet.
With a 7-year-old.
Yep.
All right.
7-year-old talking about the mental diet. And I have her use Neville Goddard. Yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep. It says it just means to feed your mind good thoughts. No worry, no doubt, no I can't. You gotta think like the person you wanna be. Every time a negative thought shows up, say, nope, I choose love, peace, and power. Keep your mind clean and your life gets shiny too. She talks about being sparkly. Say, feed your mind right and watch your world glow.
Watch your world glow. Just let your world glow.
Yeah. And it's not long, really, and then my YouTube, so I'm putting her videos on my YouTube channel too. And so Of course, because I already have, you know, the foundation getting more and more views because it's on my channel, right? But I'm
Mm-hmm.
still going to have it on, I'm gonna put it on all, of course, all platforms that I, you know, that I have or what have you. But yeah, but you know, anytime you start something new on TikTok or YouTube, you got to wait for the traction to come up, and you know, I'm fine with that. But I'm having fun. I'm loving the AI. You know,
Right.
AI. You know, I'm gonna let Chat GPT and Gemini do its thing.
We can tell you're having a ball, and we're here for it. We are too. We are all having a ball, and I tell people don't be
And
scared.
Grok too. Have you used Grok?
Yes, Grok is that one that has no filters.
It has
Grok
no
will
filters.
just, well, meaning that there may be some, where Claude or ChatGPT said, well, that's against my policy. I'm not going to
Oh,
speak
see,
on
I
that.
don't talk to it. So Grok, I only use
Grok,
it to make my images come to life. But you talk to it like you talk to ChatGPT.
exactly, because I have to know
Oh,
other field. I have to know it from another point of view. Claude's going to give you that, it's going to give you that, like your university, that academic type of
okay. And I haven't
response.
used Claude.
Grok,
Does Claude have a free version too?
they do have a
Okay.
free
Do
version.
they animate?
Not so much. They're good. They are excellent with coding. If you need something coded, if you
Oh,
need to
okay.
create your own app or something, which I can see you doing that.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Well, right now I just like animating the
they
videos,
would
and
do that.
I like how Grok synchronizes what and you could get just feed it the specific information is going to do it for you. I love that,
Mm-hmm.
and they give you like 20 videos a day for
Mm-hmm.
free. I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
20 videos a day for
they're
free.
good. And
Okay,
he's
I love that, and
that's Elon Musk, his LLM,
yeah, the
and
X.
he's
It's
to
a
the
function.
point.
Yeah, I'm
And
surprised.
yeah,
Meta hasn't came out with anything
they have theirs.
that you can animate
Yes, it's
videos.
not good. It's not
Oh,
as
okay.
good. But yes,
Well,
they have theirs.
boo, boo. Because I'm here for the animation, especially with syncing the voice, right? You know, I use Dream
Okay,
Face
so
too, but sometimes Dream Face, the mouth and the words don't always come together.
okay, Runway is good. Runway will allow you to take a video of yourself, and your avatar will talk like you, be animated like you, move the hands and feet. So Runway is good. And what is the other one? Hey Jen has a free version that is good. So there are a lot of video editor ones out there that's good as well. So I tell everybody, just find what works for you and just keep working it, because these tools are gonna keep coming, and instead of jumping from one to the other, just find the ones that you like and just
Yep,
continue with them. So
yep,
you're doing a
yep.
good job. I'm proud of
Oh, thank you, thank you.
you. Like I teach people, folks that are 40 years and older, and a lot of our community, they don't want to deal with it. They're afraid of it. And I try to
I'm
present it
not
to where
afraid
they
of it
not
because
be
I see it all on
afraid.
Instagram. I see it all on TikTok and YouTube. I'm about to get in where I fit in. Especially, not I don't have to go use my face as much. I like the
Hmm.
faceless pages. I like
Faceless pages.
Yep, I like I'm about to really lean into it, and
Hmm.
I'll think about paying for guac for $30 a month. We'll see how much
Hmm.
I like it. How often, if I only want to do 20 videos a day, if that's sufficient. If I want to try to use, I think they said you get like do you do the paper subscription?
With all of them,
With
because I don't like
okay,
limitations, and I'm very, yeah, I'll get my money
so how
worth.
many videos do you get, or have you tried doing the videos with guac? How many do you get for the $30? Do you
I
know?
don't necessarily use Grok for videos,
Mm.
because I don't like the quality of them as much, but they're good. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't use them. I don't use Grok. I use it mainly for like I do ChatGPT, just to talk with
Oh, okay. So which one do you
written
use for
content.
videos?
Hey Jen is my favorite.
Hey, Jen. Okay.
Hey Jen, HEYJEN
Wait a minute.
is
Wait a minute.
my
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
favorite.
Wait a minute. You gotta wait a minute because I don't. That's I didn't. I wasn't expecting it to be.
And it gives you a lot for free.
Spell it again.
HEY
HUY.
HE
H-E-Y.
Like hey,
Okay,
H-E-Y,
hey.
G-E-N. I said J,
G-E.
but it's a G-E-N.
Oh,
Hey
okay. And you
Jen.
said they give you so they give you animating the videos for free too?
They
Oh,
give you a lot for
wow.
free.
Oh,
You
okay. I'm
make
about
your
to
own
try that.
avatar. You can make yourself out of an avatar. Yes, you get a lot of content for the free version.
Wow, I'm
Hmm
about to be all over it. I'm here for the free. I know people be talking, you're not gonna appreciate free. No, I appreciate free. I'm here for
Yeah.
the free, especially to try it out to see if I like it. Cause I was looking to see how to animate my videos, and right now Guac does a good job
He could
for
create
my
Zuri.
images, cause I make my images on Gemini.
Okay.
And then I go to Guac and I let them animate it, and then I give
Okay.
it direction to tell it. So I'm not creating the image on Guac. I'm creating the image on Gemini because I don't like ChatGPT's images.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, ugh. I like Gemini's
Yeah.
images. I will have to do an image on Guac to see if I like it, and
Yeah.
then to
Okay.
see to go from there. Because so far I haven't had them image anything for me. I've only had them animate my images, and I like how they animate. I like the voice that I get because I told it, African American 7-year-old girl's voice, and so that's how I got
Yeah.
Zuri's voice. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, it's
Cool.
cool, cool, cool. But Zuri is teaching manifestation, from a 7-year-old perspective. And then I have Jada. Jada is just gonna be my cute little avatar that's going to do yoga and meditation and gonna greet you in the morning, drink coffee, which I don't, but she's drinking coffee. I don't drink coffee, and just give you some inspirational, little clips to, that's it. She's not
Hmm
going to talk or whatever. I'm just going to add music to her and, just have her like, be on her jet planes, or being her meditation studio, whatever I decide to have her doing. Hers is just going to be little small little clips, but they're going to be
hmm
inspirational clips. Yeah.
And now Sora is free for Android users. Well,
Really?
I don't know if it's free. Is it $20? I'm not sure, but they have access now. So that's a great one to where you whatever your prompt is, and you can feed it an image, and it will put that whole image into a video. Yeah,
Sora. Now how you spell that one?
it's Sora.
I think I've seen people using Sora. I think I've seen
hmm
some videos
It
on
was only
TikTok.
for iOS, Apple users, but now they've opened it
Oh,
to
now they give it to Android. Okay, okay.
everybody. So I just want to let you know I'm proud of you. Because
Oh,
I
thank
can
you.
recall I mentioned that 2023 or something, and you were like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. So I'm so glad.
I mean, I wasn't against it. I probably just didn't know much about it.
Right. Yeah, you said you ain't got
Yeah,
nothing to do
yeah, I
with
did.
that
Yeah,
right now.
I didn't know much
It
about it.
wasn't
But
that you
I'm
were,
not afraid
yeah,
of stuff. I'm not. That's not. That would never be my attitude to be afraid of. Why would I be
right.
afraid of something we created? I
It
don't.
wasn't that and you said that too. You said it's no big deal because I recreated it. You said that too, but you
Yeah.
didn't say it in the voice of like denying, like you won't ever,
Right.
have nothing to do with it.
Right, right,
Right.
right. Yeah, I just at the time I didn't see how I could implement it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they started rolling out more stuff, it's like, oh yeah, because I wasn't into the talking to the chat GPT. I'm using chat
Mm-hmm.
GPT to give me information, not necessarily having a conversation with it. Just give me this. Give me this. That's all I tell.
Right.
I say, chat, give me this. Give me this. That's all. I just want to use you, because now I don't got to necessarily read it. I could just ask chat GPT to pull it up for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, it's making you not think, it's dumbing you down. I'm like, look, we've been thinking enough. And still, even though ChatGPT gives you something, you can still tweak it. You read it and like, oh, I don't really
Exactly.
like how they see it there. Let me change that. Let me, or you
It
still
still
like
need a human.
right, you still getting to tell it what it is that you like or don't like, right? If it comes out and it's perfect just the way you like it, then you use it. If it's like something you like, no, that's not quite what I meant. No, that's change this around, change that around, but it's going to give you the grammar is going to be, excellent. It's just depending on, what vernacular you use. I noticed that when
Mm-hmm.
I said an African American girl, right? they're making sure that she's not speaking correctly though, right? And I wonder if I would have said if I would have said this American girl, 7-year-old, would her vernacular been different? You know,
Yes, it would have been.
would her
It would have
grammar
been.
would been, you know, not the double negatives in the sentence, and but it's
She
funny.
would have been white because that's his default.
Yep,
She would
yep,
have. And you
yep.
have to have African American. And now they are saying that you are in violation for having the words of African American. They're trying not to they don't want your ethnicity to be
Well, the
included
thing
in
is that
your
that's crazy because the
prompts.
default is, like when I do CapCut and I do my little videos that I ask them to do, they're either all white or they're Asian.
Hmm. Hmm.
All white or Asian.
Guess what? Because the developers are white men and Asian men. So
I got
that is the.
CapCut one time to give
Hmm.
me an all black scene, an all black minute and a half, where it's just all, and it was, it was based on, black women, wealth or black, and that was the only, and when I tried to go back to get them to do it, it still was giving me whiteness. And it's nothing wrong with, I'm not saying anything, but I'm just like, if I'm this color, I want to see my color. You still want to see you being represented.
Right.
You still want to see it. And yes, we know color is a construct. We know there's only one race. We get that. But there's a reason why we have color, why we have different shades of the rainbow. We need to see everyone,
Represented.
and just show everyone. Show the Latina, show the right, show the well, whatever we're calling black or African American. Show everybody, not just one, like you said, this
Right.
default. Like,
Mm.
but I get it. We're in the Western world. That's how it is. So,
Yes, that's how it is. So you have to say ebony, you have to say something. And then if she's not talking like you want, tell ChatGPT to give you a prompt that makes her sound like you want her to sound.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I know I could change it, but it's cute. It's like, hey y'all, okay, I like that she has a little attitude and she, because again, what's talking grammatically correct? That's saying
Right.
that the way she talks is somehow the way we talk
Something's
is wrong,
wrong.
right? And
It's
that's
just
no,
different.
it's just different. Yep. So I'm gonna keep her talking the way she's talking.
Proud of you. Yes, yes. And raising awareness of who we are. That's,
Absolutely,
just keeping
absolutely.
that message. And that's why I said with the other artists, she's raised, hers is on the feelings of downtrodden, and it resonates so well with
People that's in
people.
that place. Right.
Yes, but
Yeah,
then
yeah. It's not probably
I'm
something I
glad, I'm
would be
so happy
listening to.
for her, but then
Right.
I'm
But it's
like the
something that I would,
lyrics.
right. You say, I'm not going to be listening to it, but kudos to her that she was able
Yeah,
to get that music deal. Yes, yes. I'm happy for her
right.
too. Yeah, but it's not something that I would resonate with. Yeah. I'm over the
So
heartbroken type music.
right, right.
Yep. But I'm about to get ready to get out of here. I got to go pick my daughter up from the airport. Thank you
Oh,
guys for spending this Friday morning. I don't know if I'm gonna come on tomorrow because I'll be getting ready to go out of town. I won't be back until Friday. So like you may see some videos from Zori or from Jada or from me, but I know I will not be going live because I'll be in Cancun, soaking up the sun, enjoying, putting my toes in the sand. So uh, thank you guys. Thank you. I don't even know if Latoxic is still on in the panel. I know she had stepped away. Oh, she's there. Okay. Oh, but be whatever, choose what you desire and then be it. Don't get caught up in how long it's taking. It's not taking any time because there is no time. Remember, we got to get rid of the time element. There is no time. There's only the now. What are you doing now? Who are you being now? Enjoying them now. Enjoying the present moment because that's all you have is now. You only have the moment of now. Who are you? Be silly, be goofy, laugh more, do more what you love, whether that's singing, writing, acting, painting, sculpting, being an engineer, mathematician, a teacher, an instructor, a daycare provider, whatever it is. Do it with love, do it with enjoyment, do it for the fun of it, and then you'll just see it's going to just expand and increase exponentially. Exponentially. I hope I'm saying that word correctly. If not, you know what I'm saying. It will just multiply, 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 multiply. And as Dr. Joseph Murphy says, avalanches of wealth will just come into your experience. You don't have to worry about how it's going to happen, because it just happens when you just allow the peace, the love, the ease, the flow, right? You're not Get out of your own head, get out of your own way, and confront your fears. It's not to say that you don't have fear, it's to confront them. Because if you know they're there, then confront them, right? You come face to face with the bully. As long as you run and hiding from the bully gonna keep doing what it's doing. The fear is gonna keep showing up. But the moment you confront that bully, and you come face to face with that fear, then what? You recognize it never had any power. It never had any power. I know that's right. I know that's right. I know that's right, Nikki. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Kev. I know that's right. Right? No waiting. The only now. And then you're just gonna see opportunities just present themselves. They just like I said, I love the AI. What? I just started getting more ideas. I can make a little. Ooh, I said I want to do the faces. Right? The stuff that you say to yourself, you just see that things just start to happen. You'll be inspired from others. And remember, there is no other. Your world is your mirror, right? So the others that I see doing it, being inspired by what they're doing with the faceless content, right? How many people make hamburgers? Just because McDonald's made hamburgers didn't mean Burger King couldn't open up their own franchise. Didn't mean that White Castle couldn't open up their own franchise. Didn't mean that Wendy's couldn't make their own. Now, did they change it a little bit? Did they put a square instead of a circle? Okay. Just because you had KFC didn't mean you couldn't have Popeyes. Just because you had Popeyes didn't mean that people couldn't come and create Chick-fil-A, right? Just because you had Taco Bell don't mean you couldn't have Chipotle, right? Just because somebody else is doing it doesn't mean you can't do it also. You got to get out of there. Well, they did it first. So you'll do it second and do it better. Who cares? Who cares who did it first? Them doing it first just showed you that it was possible for it to be done. Right? The person that ran the 4-minute mile, the first person to run the 4-minute mile was only showing everybody else that it could be done. And so what? A lot of other people start running the mile in 4 minutes. Sometimes sometimes you do need to see somebody else is doing the very thing that you're contemplating. So it'll give you the inspiration to show you that it can be done. And if they can do it, so can you. With that being said, guys, have a great, great weekend. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.